You know, many parts of the country you could piss outside and into an existing puddle in your yard.
No one would notice. Yeah.
No one would be the wiser.
Right?
It's the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance Company news desk.
Hello, Josh.
Pat Godwin with his guitar and his keyboard.
Hey, Josh.
Jeff Oskey over there at the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk.
That's right.
I'm Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. And there's Tom.
Thank you very much, Josh.
All ensconced here at the O'Reilly Auto Parts studio.
Very good, very good. Great, glad to be here. A lot of action going on today. A possible in-studio guest might include Al Jackson. I haven't heard from Al. I'm not sure if he was able to take the boat across this great country of ours to get here. A lot of water, you see.
Yeah.
Here at the studios, we got a memo yesterday saying we may have to get boated in, but the river has dropped a little bit, and we're okay.
Yeah.
We all made it. So welcome to the program. Happy to be here. We have a lot to get to today. A lot of fascinating stuff. Josh, you got to be happy.
Why is that?
Because the world of the NHL making the international news wire.
Sure. Boy, yeah, I watched yesterday. After finding out, after seeing Friday that he had scored 2 and had tied it up. Could have won it Friday if he had chosen to play during the open netter. But he went, nope, I want to go against a goaltender.
But he did do it in New York. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What
does open netter mean?
It's a lot of times near the end of the game, the other team will pull the goalie so that they get more players on the ice. And so he didn't want to just shoot into an empty net.
We're talking about Alex Ovechkin.
Yes.
So
he did it. He beat Gretzky yesterday.
Now, is he still a citizen of Russia? How does that work exactly?
I don't know if he's technically a citizen or he has dual citizenship or not. I'm not too sure. But he is a filthy commie.
Hey. No name calling.
I'm surprised. But why didn't Putin come over here and watch? I was kind of thinking Trump would go.
Yeah, I guess since it wasn't 100% sure. You never know if the guy's going to do it or not.
Because I wonder if the president will show up at the Indy 500.
Oh, I don't know.
He's done a bunch of these big events, Daytona, et cetera, et cetera. That'd be interesting. In any event, Alex Ovechkin breaking Wayne Gretzky's NHL records.
Was Gretzky there?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And I mean, as classy as anybody, just really passing the baton with grace. And
yeah, we have some information. His wife was there, too.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whose wife?
Gretzky's wife is...
and Ovi's, yeah.
Extraordinarily attractive.
Oh, is she?
Oh, yeah.
No,
She's
sorry.
hot.
Were you hoping that Gretzky's wife and Ovi's wife would kiss? When
yeah, of course. I'm sure I wasn't the only one.
And it was exciting.
We'll be covering that among many other things.
Folding laundry when...
Very exciting.
He made
Oh, that's exciting.
I was like, oh, man, they're on a power play. I better just stop folding and watch this. And I just stood there and couldn't believe it. Nice. That was one of those records that we were like, oh, yeah, nobody will ever break that. No one will ever get to it.
And he did it in the exact same amount of games, right? If I heard correctly this morning?
Pretty much. Wow. Now, that's kind of the fun thing, too, is to get real nerdy about it. Ovi has more, he has like 9 more empty netters than Gretzky did. So, Gretzky actually scored more against the goaltender.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right. Look, I think the fact that we're giving it any airtime at all, they're lucky. You
don't want to talk about fluffer netter.
Yeah. Do they test for steroids in hockey?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so.
I would assume they test in every sport, right?
I was
probably. Yeah.
Tell me what.
I can't recall any.
Which sport quit doing marijuana testing?
NBA.
NBA.
Yeah, they were tired of doing 1,000 a day.
And
They're all positive.
Again, as you know, I never went to medical school, so any advice or anything. Would marijuana make you better at any sport ever? Wouldn't it?
I'd be shocked.
Wouldn't it pretty much slow you down? I don't know.
I would think.
Yeah, you would think it would impair you more than
I don't know.
in an athletic situation.
What's
I don't know,
the one where they shove the thing down the ice?
Curling?
With the brooms.
Oh, curling.
I think I would be better at that high.
I think everybody would be.
See, yeah, that's
That's
to
one
pick
sport
the
that
broom
makes
up in the
sense.
yeah. So we'll probably be getting some letters from my mother. Did that, you know?
She was a curler.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I'm going to smoke pot.
Me too.
No.
That's what I thought you meant.
You know, something. No is the answer to that. Yeah, no, seriously, my mother was a curler.
Was she a broomer or a pusher?
I believe the broomer, but she loved it. It was something she did when she got into her 50s, and it was a fun thing. Like a bridge club, you'd go down and you knew all the same ladies. But
She was like, oh, now I get to feel what the maid does.
well, that would be interesting. Except that's not my mother was.
Look on the other side.
Sorry about that.
No, it's my mom was a big player. I am too.
Would you go to a rink or a frozen lake?
Rink.
Oh, okay.
You're a big cleaner?
Mom to fall
Oh
in the
yeah, I
lake.
spent the whole weekend doing cleaning.
That's fun.
I've become pretty much an expert on how to remove dog poop from carpeting. I tried everything. I tried everything. The final version was the one where you use dishwashing liquid. What's that stuff called? Hydrogen peroxide.
Ooh.
Cold water. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I tried a whole bunch of different things and a bunch of industrial cleaners. Nothing worked. That worked. So go check local listings for what works for your dog. I don't know.
Dogs work because they go outside.
No, mine. There was an issue, and
Same here.
But
Your dog's cute, though. I saw a picture of it
He
over
is
the
cute.
weekend.
Yeah, he is cute.
But I don't care. Every
still
dog,
living.
even the best of dogs, if they get sometime they'll go in the wrong spot. But yeah, no, I'm a big cleaner. I spent a lot of time over the weekend cleaning and.
Did you see Pat brought his dog out to lunch?
Yeah, I did
that
see
was
that.
fun.
Like to a fancy place with a dog menu.
Yeah, they had a dog menu. We sat outside where it was heated outside. It was a lot of fun.
Very nice.
You sat outside, and did you have an umbrella?
No, it was heated. And no, it hadn't been covered, but open area where the dog.
check local listings.
What did the dog order?
The dog had what's called a pup cup, which
yeah.
is organic yogurt without any sugar and dog treats, and he loved it. It was fun.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Was there any humping or dumping?
No.
Really?
Jumping on the way down, we had to get.
How about the dogs?
They did none of that.
How about you? I called you to invite you to breakfast, but you were too busy humping.
I was too busy. Well, you did call me nude in the bed both mornings. Hey, what are you doing for breakfast? I said, Paula. And that's going to come
Dining at the
That
Y,
is
huh?
going to come back to haunt you. That's exactly right.
Well, it's true. I called him up. Hey, let's go grab some breakfast. But no, you could have invited her. I would have foot the bill.
You didn't invite us three. You said, what was I
You don't
doing?
want girls at breakfast.
You wanted
We
secret
know.
shop talk
You don't want
and all
girls
the
at
things
lunch.
we do.
You don't want girls at
That
dinner.
one word in your song is wrong. We need to change this.
Well, so much for that. Anyway, if anyone other has any tips about... by the way, dog urine.
Yes.
Completely different.
Oh, you can't use that method on dog urine.
No, it's a long story. Anyway, any tips anyone has that will help me, but I got it all done. I even have one of those little mini water vacuum things.
How does that work? I was looking at that.
Yeah,
the
they're
other
great.
When you're cleaning the poop, are you using a mini vac, like a vacuum kind of thing?
No,
It's like a water vacuum.
It's called is it the green machine?
I don't know what it's
Do you
called.
own that, or you have to rent that?
I bought it. It's the size of
Then I
it's
could borrow it.
little.
yeah, it's the size of a large toaster.
Okay.
It's a little one.
Yeah. So
I'll gift you one.
also I cleaned both aquariums, and
Wait, both?
I have 3.
What do you have in them?
Well, there's the crayfish in the one,
Right.
and then there's 2 different separate ones for fish. But I went over to this great store where they know everything about fish, I mean, everything. And I have this one crayfish. And I said to the big bearded guy that knows everything, I said, look, this crayfish seems bored. Is there any kind of feeder fish I can put in there just for fun? And he goes, well, anything you put in there, this guy will eat.
Oh.
I said, okay. So I bought a dozen of these little guys.
Oh no! And then you watch the crayfish
Little
eat 'em?
kamikaze fish?
6 of them were gone the next day.
Whoa.
And the crayfish was upside down. I thought it killed him. I thought he was dead.
He was just full.
No, he's full and happy.
Yeah, he was so full. So I took a pencil and flipped him over.
Oh.
I thought he was dead. I was going to pick him up, but then I saw a little bit of movement on one of his little crabby-like arms. But I don't know how I didn't. He ate 6 of them.
Now they come out and land too, right? So he has water, and then he has a dry spot as well.
Yeah, at the top. Yeah. And by the way, he's the only one in the class that's still alive.
Oh, it's your fabulous upkeep, I'm sure.
Well, no, because I got him a gigantic tank and did all the right things.
You're feeding him sushi.
Yeah. The guy said he'll eat anything. So then that was my weekend. But now we got a lot going on here. I'm very excited about today.
Got him a volcano roll.
Right now, I want to talk a little bit about the great Raycon earbuds.
I could do that for you if you'd
Go
like.
ahead. What do you got?
Did you know that moms are out there and always on the go, juggling work, family, and everything in between? And guess what? Mom's Day is right around the corner. That's right. It's coming up in May, and what mother wouldn't want? Everyday earbuds by Raycon. Mom deserves to relax, recharge, enjoy your favorite music, and not listen to you. That's exactly right. The everyday earbuds by Raycon are perfect. The latest model, better than ever, 32-hour battery life, multi-point connectivity, and we have a quick charge function now on Raycons. 10 minutes of charging will get you 90 minutes of battery life. And these earbuds, as I mentioned, come with active noise cancellation. That's often difficult to find at such an accessible price point. Not with Raycon, starting at just half the price as other premium audio brands. Raycon's Everyday Earbuds offers a 30-day happiness guarantee return policy. So go to buyraycon.com/Tom. Get 20% off site-wide. Right now, Raycon is offering up to 20% off site-wide when you go to buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. Mom will love you for it.
And they won't fall out of your ears because they have those rubbery gizmos.
They have the multi...
You got some
gel tips, yes.
Gel tips. They're rubbery.
Multi-size gel tips.
They're rubbery gizmos. They won't fall out of your ears. They're great. Please check them out. Once again, we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Greatness isn't given. It's earned. It starts from the ground up with every step, every move, every moment. Because when the game is on the line, you need the best. The new Sport Athletic Performance Insole from Orange Insoles. Stability, support, dominance. Orange Insoles, because greatness starts from the ground up, even when you're sitting down.
I met her at the cart corral, but I hardly ever see her now. Got wrapped up in sin when she helped me push it in. Set my heart on fire through chrome-plated wire. Right there at the cart corral. My cart was full of meat and that San Francisco treat. Chunky soup eats like a meal with a dash of squeaky wheel. Rogaine so I won't get bald. 4 bags of Epsom salt. 2 cartons of Pall Mall. And a copy of Walkin' Tall. That Buford parcel was something else.
Yeah.
Her cart was hunkered down with Red Bullet crown. Baby seat full of bread. Noxine before her head. The whole parking lot could see just what she meant to me. 2 liter of Mountain Dew and some tomatoes for making stew. Paige and Stu Pedazza. I met her at the cart corral, but I hardly ever see her now. Got wrapped up in sin when she helped me push it in. It's a parking lot oasis in all them empty spaces right there at the cart corral. What I like is the parking's free and you don't have to pay for it. Our carts rolled toward the street, about lost half my meat. We kindly hit head on, she was talking on her phone. Everybody stopped and stared when her wings flew in the air. So much for making toast, that string on my pot roast. They give you enough to tie your shoes with. Don't chop that much at all, on account of my cholesterol. Clean up on aisle 2, because my heart just spilled the truth. Kotex value pack, and Jemima on her back. So set in her ways, better see her in 30 days. Get it?
Get it?
I met her at the cart corral, but I hardly never see her now. Got wrapped up in sin when she helped me push it in. I'll probably kick a shine if she will be mine. Right there at the cart corral. Hop the wheelie, hit my pants. Right there at the cart corral. Kindly did a little dance. Clip and save a place for me. Good night.
If you want to create a sex act of some sort, because there's a whole bunch of them.
They're
out
kind of
there.
internet sex acts.
Yeah.
I don't think they really are sex acts.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anyone out
Don't do
there
that.
with doing the dirty Sanchez.
I'm enjoying that they are.
What is it?
might be out there
What
too
is it?
much.
The Puerto Rican taco punch. What is it again? The
That's a good one. Why don't you add that in there?
what's the one
Puerto
you're-
Rican
No, Bob's got the song. Bob did all the research.
There's a lot. There's the
Bob got his
Alabama,
Nobel on this song.
the Alabama Hot Pocket.
The Alabama Hot
is
Pocket.
one of
Shanghai Surprise.
My favorite. So when I found out what it was, I really thought about pulling it from the song. It's so disgusting.
Oh, I don't want to
With the Alabama Hot Pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's not good.
But do you remember the formula here? You take the city you were born in, and then, chick, what do you add?
Your favorite kitchen utensil
or candy bar.
Or candy bar.
I guess.
Okay. Dear Bob and Tom, I was born in Walnut Creek, California. Sounds like a great
Walnut
place.
Creek. It is.
As a kid, my favorite candy was Fun Dip.
Oh, yeah. Fun Dip.
The Walnut Creek Fun Dip.
I don't know what those are.
It's
What
like
is
a
a Fun
stick,
Dip?
and it comes with a
you've seen-
powder,
haven't
and
you
you
seen
stick
that?
the
Oh, like
candy
pixie
stick.
sticks, only.
Well, no, it's like a popsicle
Oh, and the stick is made out of sugar.
Yes, and you lick it and dick it in, lick it in.
Oh, boy.
You licked it?
I'm sorry. Freud's in the phone.
They heard that.
I'm sorry. Freud was calling. Dr. Freud?
Hi, this is Chick McGee from the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com and check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Welcome back to the
name
Bob and Tom Show.
Hello.
Words are fun, aren't they?
They trigger memories.
Yeah.
There's Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance Company News Desk.
Hello.
Pat Godwin there. Jeff Oskey in today at the OrangeInsoles.com Sports Desk. I'm Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. We're all in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studio, and there's Tom.
Hey, good morning. How is everybody?
Good. Doing well. How about you, my friend?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Any
Did you watch
wound?
any basketball over the weekend? And that Houston game was something.
Houston.
Minute 14 left. They come back to win. It was incredible. What, they score 11 points? It was like,
I don't know.
man.
Yeah, Duke. See ya.
Bye.
That was rough.
Well, I'll be hitting the road.
Thank you.
The medicine cabinet.
I'm sure we'll talk about that in sports.
We'd like to
in a
do
little bit.
bad John Wayne impressions for the rest of the morning, but right now it's time for the newest feature to park itself at this hour, and that, of course, is letters from you. We love hearing from you. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Spell it out, no ampersand, please. BOBANDTOM. And our letters are actually brought to you by NHTSA.
NHTSA, yeah.
You know, using your phone while driving could kill someone. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA. And that's, of course, the NHTSA. Thank you very much. Now, here we go. Got a lot to talk about. A lot of themes keep arriving in the letterbox. This involves a news story from last week, and I didn't warn you, Christy. Maybe you remember it. It involved a lemonade stand.
Oh, yeah.
And some
Doofus.
jag off, if you will. Is that okay to say? Apparently assaulted some young lady at her lemonade stand because he couldn't get a free refill.
Exactly.
Assaulted is a strong where he grabbed her by the arm.
I was in Nevada.
You know,
here it is. I have the story right here, actually.
He believe
He's a 45-year-old man.
It's an assault.
Josh.
He shook her a little bit.
It was in Florida. An adult male allegedly committed battery after being denied a free refill.
You ever get a...
Well, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Refill.
Yeah, Pat, you ever get a refill or did you wake up?
It's been a long Josh is right. The suspect allegedly grabbed the female victim by the wrist aggressively
Well,
while
that's
standing in a fighting stance and threatened to beat her up.
it's hardly battery.
Yes, it is. This is some little girl.
She wasn't battered at all. She was grabbed. It's grabbery.
Yeah, well, where this guy's going, he's going to get 3 square meals and a rape kit.
You think that would send a person away?
Yeah, if I were the judge, this guy'd be getting sodomized against his will for months to come.
I need to know if he was promised a refill. Is he in the right?
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he probably was.
Why don't you get with the rest of your socialists and go camping in a...
Socialist?
Yeah, you usually don't get a free refill on lemonade, right?
No,
it's just
not
Coke
always.
products.
That's why I'm thinking maybe they'd... All right, I can no longer defend this guy.
No, but this letter is great. And I have recently, over the past summer, there was a lemonade stand set up, and I remember trying to convince the girls. They did it at I live in a dead-end street, but on the corner, it's very busy. If you go down 150 yards, they set it up there. Well, no one can stop without causing a major problem.
That is the dance, isn't
That
it?
is
You want the heavy traffic, but
Yes.
you need them to be able to stop.
Yep.
Yeah, so, and in any event, what we should have done was hired a cop, have him stop all traffic, and if you want to get through, you got to buy lemonade.
I'm surprised you didn't.
This comes to us from Michael. This comes to us from Jim in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Jim. I heard your discussion about the kids' lemonade stand. My 6-year-old son set up a stand. I got back from work one day, pulled up next to the stand in front of our house. He had a full menu of beverages for sale that he apparently had pulled out of the garage refrigerator. By the way, that menu apparently included Coke, ginger ale, lemonade, and, of course, Miller Lite. Apparently, that was the big seller. Well, thank you very much, Jim.
That's so funny.
That's hilarious.
In my old neighborhood, which, wasn't the best neighborhood, the kids would set up a Mike's Hard Lemonade stand. And very popular.
I'll bet. Well, thank you very much. You can reach us.
That extra nickel.
Yeah.
You can reach us once again, Bob and Tom, at bobandtom.com.
So last year, a couple years ago, my kids, they made bookmarks, like colored bookmarks.
Sure.
And they're like, we're going to set up and sell them at the end of the driveway. And they're out there in their snow parkas, and it's just adorable. And they come in after like an hour and a half, and they go, we sold 2 to this lady. She's going to come back and bring us the money. And she never came back. We gave them the money. And the picture still pops up in my Facebook memories, and I want to find this lady so bad. She owes my kids $1.
Who would
and
do
I want that
that?
$1.
By the way, I've been to your neighborhood. Were they known as what marks?
Very funny.
Not the most literate crowd you see. Oh, dear.
We're all at the Hard Lemonade stand.
Now,
Hey, Reed.
we also had a story last week. Sorry, Christy, I should have warned you about about picking up after your dog.
Right.
I'm kind of a fanatic about this. I have bags.
Yeah.
And in fact,
I say leave it. The rain will take care of it.
I have that too.
And it was the headline had the word poop chucker.
Yeah, authorities in Colorado labeled the man the mysterious poop chucker. He appears to be targeting a woman for not picking up after her dog.
Take that,
This is in Silverthorne, Colorado. He apparently is throwing bags of dog poop into her yard and onto her driveway.
So this guy's doing something way worse than what she was doing.
No, she's
cleaning up her.
He's cleaning up after her dog and heaving it
in her
underground.
house.
Yeah.
She's not leaving poop in anybody's porch.
Well, no, so he's trying to teach her a lesson.
This isn't an eye for an eye.
No, it's ding dong deuce. Ding dong. She comes out. Here we go. This is from Dan. He goes, I was working in my garage. I noticed a guy from down the street stopped on the sidewalk with his dog. His dog took a dump on my front lawn. When the dog finished, the guy started walking away. I walked down and said, hey, I've got a bag for you. He goes, oh, that's okay. I'm fine, and continued to walk.
Ooh.
So I grabbed my shovel, picked up the poop, and followed him down the sidewalk to his house. He kept looking back at me over his shoulder. When he walked up to his driveway, he said, what are you doing? I said, I'm returning your dog poop, and I winged it into his front yard.
Yeah.
He went, and I'll take the liberties with this. He went bat crap crazy.
Uh-huh.
I just turned and walked back to my garage. Hey, clean up after your dog, all right? Come on.
Yep.
Any article of clothing I have that I wear outside has those dog poop bags in it.
I have a bag dispenser that's just hooked onto my leash.
Yeah, I have one of those,
you always
too.
have it.
Yeah, it's real easy.
No, I don't like those.
Although I have made the mistake, you don't know how many bags are left.
Oh, yeah.
And I had one bag, and then it was a 3-pooper, so I had to tie it off, and then add and tie it off.
Oh,
again.
no,
So
no.
it's like a little...
Have you ever gone home, got bags, and gone back? I've done that.
I do that. Yeah, I will not leave. But you heard of the thing where you take the bag and you go to open it up and your hand goes all the way through it?
I double bag. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, all right. Well, I found a new bag. I can't even say the name of it on the air. Yeah, and it has the S word in it, but it's
Really?
this company. They're thinner, they're easier to carry. Way too boring.
Thinner? I would think you'd want them thicker so you don't go through them. Like,
They're very good.
I have a hard time opening them.
I do too.
See,
They're not
there's
easy
a trick to that.
Why don't you just use like a Kleenex?
You got to lick them.
I kicked one yesterday.
Now, I will say this.
Are we talking about dogs?
well, we all have
Hey, look, we're just answering the mail, lady. If you don't like it, shut up. This is a real thing. The other day, over the weekend, as a matter of fact, I was out with the little guy, and his poops aren't that big anyway. But he goes, and I bag it, and then it was freezing cold, and I didn't have gloves. So I just put my hand in my pocket with the dog poop bag. But it's sealed, obviously.
And it's kind of a hand warmer. Yeah. If it's fresh.
I will admit that. But then, yesterday morning, when I went to take the dog out, I reached... Yep, it was been in there all night.
Oh, wow. Did you wear that jacket into work?
No, it's in the laundry.
It had been in there all night.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
That was like kinetic sand.
Thanks for the nice letter, Bill. We appreciate that. If you're just joining us, here in the Bob and Tom Show, we are coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and that's over there. That's the Orange Insoles Sports Desk featuring Jeff Oskey today.
That's right.
And Christy Lee, of course, is at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Yes.
Josh, what's on your mind, sir?
We were talking. We've been talking a little bit about dog poop and
cleaning up after your.
Yes, yeah. My neighbor kid. He was. I watched him. I was sitting on my porch and he let the dog crap in my yard, and then he just started to walk off. I go, hey, what's this about? And he goes, I don't have any bags. I'll be back, I promise. And I sat there, and he later came back like 20 minutes later. And he was just all grouchy about it.
Now,
we did that over the weekend too. We ran out of bags, and on the way back, because he had eaten something, unique and different for his system, and we did go back. And
I've gone back. Absolutely gone back.
Did you ever do the thing where your dog is eating sidewalk chalk? And they have that rainbow turd.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, it's easier to find. It's got that going.
Yeah.
I'm surprised someone doesn't come out with a product like that.
It makes the
you put it in your dog's feed, and then you're like, it's neon turd. Hi, Mom. I was out in the yard. Lucky you had neon turd. I didn't step in it with my baseball bat. Something. I don't know.
There's nothing like the second you step in dog.
Yeah.
Like there's no other thing you step in that the second you hit it, you're like, no, I just stepped in dog crap.
Yeah, right.
Like the slickness, like in the grass, you're playing and you're running with your friends. The second you hit it, you're like, I just stepped in dog crap. You don't have to see it or smell it, just the feel on the shoe.
Hardest thing to get out of tennis shoes on the bottom, too.
The worst.
And you can't look cool.
No.
George Clooney steps in dog crap. He looks like a jerk.
I stepped in some. This is the truth with my boots, and I wanted it to clean, and I cleaned them in the kitchen sink.
Oh, no.
Get yelled at.
Oh, yeah.
You got to put some bleach down that sink now.
That's what she did.
That's disgusting.
No. But where else do you know what I mean? Like
the bathtub.
Really?
I was told we should have gone somewhere else.
No.
Bathtub sink, bathroom sink.
Go in the garage, take a bucket, let him sit in there for a while.
Utility sink?
Soften it up.
Oh, you live in an apartment.
But I was at her house.
Oh, wait, you put him in her sink?
Yeah.
Oh.
And you're still sleeping with
this is even better.
Yeah.
Does she know this?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a ton of feces in your kitchen sink already.
That's true. He's right.
I know last time I was there, I took a big deuce.
I mean, that's what the garbage is
I'm a sleep pooper.
Man, wake up, get out of the sink. What are you doing? Get out of the sink.
I've done a lot of dumb things in my life. I've never crapped in a sink. I don't know if anybody.
Yeah, same.
Oh, me either.
Anybody?
I've peed in one.
I've peed in many. Wow, that would be. You got to climb up there and. Yeah, they say that there's more, what is it called, E. coli in your sink, in your kitchen sink, than in your toilet.
Yep.
So
they say.
a little bit of bleach every now and then.
And why is that, you think?
Food stuffs.
Food rotting.
Yeah.
Now, this is a nice letter. We have been, I should say, talking about the new bats, the so-called Torpedo bats.
Yeah, that was all over the news this weekend. Did you see that?
Yeah, they're.
Yeah.
And they've been around for a little longer than people think, but only a handful of people were using them. And obviously, when the Yankees started things off with 9 home runs, whatever it was, that one game. This is a letter from the folks at the Louisville Slugger Museum.
Oh, our friends.
When they get an extra one, they're going to send it our way.
Awesome.
Oh, cool.
So we can look forward to that. It may be a while, though. They're in demand
I bet.
from all of the various bat manufacturers. The Torpedo bat. It's one of those things you think, gee, why didn't they think of this before? But it was developed by some kind of scientist, and it's a little bit thicker where one would make contact with the ball, ideally. So it looks like a very elongated bowling pin, if that makes any sense. So we're hoping to have one here in the studio coming up real soon. Coming up in sports, we will do a little bit of Alex Ovechkin updates for you. A lot of basketball coming up, of course, the shoe-in of the week, and more. Also, I want to remind you that we have a special thing going on with our friends at Orange Insoles, and that is we have this 4K TV. Orange Insoles is going to give it away. Today is the last day to register. Go to BobandTom/contest. You could win a 4K smart TV from Orange Insoles. Check out all the info at orangeinsoles.com. Josh, speaking of Orange Insoles.
Yes, if you have back pain, hip pain, knee pain, it affects your daily routine. Nothing worse than feeling uncomfortable when you're just trying to work. Man, you work on your feet all day. It starts to hurt. It affects the quality of the job you're doing and your mood as well. You have constant pain. That takes its toll. It's no good to have shoes with a floppy, do-nothing, give zero support, thin liner inside of them. That's why there's Orange Insoles. Orange Insoles offer arch support and deep heel cups that work better in your shoes, supporting your body, giving you better alignment, and alleviating your discomfort. Find the right fit for you and whatever shoe you wear with the insole quiz at orangeinsoles.com. You just type in little information. They get you hooked up with the insoles for you. Great for work boots, sneakers, dress shoes, running shoes, you name it. There's an Orange Insole for you. That's right. Maybe they'll even embroider your name into them. I will check on that. Oh, I'm getting a text. Absolutely not. Well, forget the embroidery thing.
You could do it yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Feel weird on your foot.
Yeah, it would be kind of like a Braille type thing.
With a nice imprint.
Yes.
Can anybody do that, by the way?
What's that?
Is there someone out there that can read Braille with their feet?
Oh, that's really interesting.
Probably.
Get on that for me, will you?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Okay, good.
No cutting required. These insoles are true to size. They carry sizes 15 plus. My Orange insoles are not embroidered, but I did have to write left and right on them because I'm a moron. Go to orangeinsoles.com today. I didn't really have to do that. You can obviously tell. And you'll get free shipping. Plus, Orange Insoles come with a 60-day we want you to be happy guarantee. So look, you've got 2 months to try these things out, and I think you're going to find the only thing you have to lose is that discomfort of yours. That's orangeinsoles.com. Feel better, do more.
Thank you very much. Coming up, we have interesting thing about Easter eggs on the way. And do you know what micro-cheating is? Well,
micro-cheating.
Yeah, we're going to tell you. Right now, I'll remind you we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show. Joining us in the Napa Auto Parts Studios in the special annex to my right and behind Josh. Scoot over there, Josh. Yes.
This is the new, this is the new
I know.
lighter thing. So
It's, doing your phone, yes. We have Donnie Baker along with the Pork Pistols.
Hey, boys.
Donnie Baker on tour right
Good,
now. Donnie, entrepreneur. Donnie, famous for his koozies and other semi-legal merchandise.
paraphernalia.
Donnie, I like your wolf T-shirt with the wolf wearing a nice Santa cap.
Yep, Miss Santa Wolf. I still got my boat for sale too, Tom, if you can mention that.
Okay, now, you know that Morgan Freeman's selling his boat, so you're up against Mr.
Yeah, I appreciate him boat blocking me like everybody else.
He's boat blocking you?
I've got a neighbor, 4 lots down, selling his boat, 500 less than my boat.
Uh-oh.
And he don't even have an outboard motor on his. Mine's got an Evinrude's, if you can mention that when you plug it. He don't even have an outboard. He's got an inbred motor, which runs good, but his sister has to start it. So, how can I compete with that? You know, I'm on Craigslist. He's got a whole budget to advertise on Ancestry.com. So, of course, he's got...
That sounds great. I'm surprised you have an Evinrude. I thought you'd be more of a Johnson guy.
Nope, got an Evinrude. Stick the governor off it, though. It's a beast on water.
So I'm sorry that you're getting yacht blocked, but we need to get to the band here. Once again, can you introduce the fellas in the band?
Yeah, on bass, I got Todd Boner. And then on lead guitar, my best friend ever, Scotty Winkler. And on drums, we got Dusty Privet. So this is our band. We're the Pork Pistols. We started off as Dirt Nickel years ago. And then Boner quit, and we came Mucus Plug, and then that didn't last, and Scotty got on the pills, and then we was Turtles with the D. See, we're done with Christian rock. What we're doing here is so much different.
Well, now, Donnie, I know we have time for a couple more tunes here. Is this your new original one? What are we playing?
This is a new original tape I wrote. It sort of ties into Thanksgiving, because, you know, this is really the only time of year starting mixing stuff in your meals. Nobody really sits down with 4 or 5 side dishes when they go out, to wherever they're eating. This is like home style stuff like the Pilgrims did. But it can sometimes shock your system. And that's what this tape's about, from Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols. And I'll start this one, Dusty. This sounds like my boat when I start my boat. Okay, and we do this one because Motley Crue pissed out and quit, so somebody's got to sing our tapes good. Good. Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols. Always travel with Febreze. Got one in the chamber, give it a squeeze. I swear to God it was a short. Oh, I hope it ain't. Oh no, I'm laying paint. Yeah, I gambled on a fart, won a liquid dart. Said, oh no, pain ain't. Yeah, I got skid marks when I left it in park. Said, oh no, mayday.
Hi, Christy Lee here. How would you like to go on vacation with me? No, seriously. Join me September 28th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. We'll travel through the charming countryside and also experience the historic cities of London and Edinburgh. Experience the best of Britain's rolling countryside and bustling cities rich in history and culture. We'll see the iconic landmarks of London. Visit the storybook villages of Oxford, Chester, and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon. We'll behold regal jewels of Edinburgh's castle and visit the medieval walls of York. This and so much more. The best part? Colette makes travel easy, including flights, meals, hotels, sightseeing, and local experiences. It's all planned for you. You can just sit back and have the time of your life. Don't miss your chance to see Britain with me. This is going to be a great group and an amazing trip. I already know we're going to have so much fun. Call Colette at 800-581-8942 or visit bobandtom.com to learn more. Don't miss out. Call Colette at 800-581-8942.
What's the exact correct name of this?
The pickle dog.
The pickle dog.
Pickle dog.
Okay, now.
Well, we are all pickle dog virgins.
So, Bob, why don't you go first, and I'll do the play-by-play.
Now, Bob, your right hand, you're supposed to put your left hand behind your head before you. Oh, no! Pickle dog down!
Okay, Bob is now chewing the pickle dog. He's about to give his analysis and his review. Bob.
Delicious.
It is delicious. It gets a thumbs up from Bob.
It's very messy.
Are they going to be able to show this on the TV show?
No, John, eat it.
It's very messy.
Bob, your thoughts?
John, I shot my hot dog. Right out of the pickle.
Out of the canoe.
Well, some people get a little excited when they have the first pickle dog.
Well, you know, I did, and I've created a huge mess over here that actually looks somewhat like a porn shoot.
On the Bob and Tom Show with a jingle and everything. Go to Q95.com and you could enter the contest.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy, Pat, Jeff Oskey in this morning. I'm Josh. Tom already having a heck of a Monday.
Yeah, I'm psyched. Getting all organized over here.
We have a song out of you, Pat, today?
Well, we have a song from Pat. I want to do a little intro here. This is based on what we were just talking about. We got a nice letter about a guy that followed his neighbor home whose dog had just pooped in his yard. He took a shovel and heaved the poop back in his neighbor's yard.
Yeah.
This is a story from Colorado called the Poop Chucker. A guy has been heaving bags of dog poop at this lady's house because her dog keeps pooping in his lawn, and so he's getting back at her by heaving the aforementioned dog poop in bags on her lawn. Playing a game I like to call Ding Dong Deuce. I don't know if this guy's going to get arrested or not. I'm on his side. Do you ever have those dog Miranda rights?
Oh, how do those go?
If you don't pick up your dog's poop, it can and will be held against you. They read you. Yeah. Okay. So this lady's getting her, I would call it a shid pro quo.
Oh.
That's Latin for it's your dog. Keep the poop off my lawn. Okay.
The Andy Williams tribute. I think you're going to enjoy this one. Poop chucker throws bags into a yard. If the poop up, it's not hard to do. Your dog's a poop taker. That turd just bakes there. Whenever you take your dog out, lady, make sure you have a bag. The neighborhood's covered in your doggy doo. That's why I throw it back to you. Doobie doggy doo. We all want to see a clean place to play, not say to play. I screw up each and every day. Don't make me call HOA. The poop chucker is me. Thank you very much, everybody.
Absolutely.
Well, that piano sounds good today.
It does,
yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Pat. Now we return to the mailbag. Let's see now. What is our topic here? Oh, this is good. I know Josh hates this topic.
What's that?
Old sayings from parents and grandparents.
There was a time I loved this topic.
I love these. They especially, I've never heard any of these. When my grandpa would pull out of the driveway, Jay from Midland, Michigan writes, he'd say, "We're off like a dirty shirt." That's kind of folksy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You think it's nice? Mm-hmm. Or if we were off to a slow start, he'd go, "We're off like a herd of turtles."
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, this one I really enjoy. If someone had passed gas, my grandfather would say, "Well, your voice has changed, but your breath smells the same."
Very good.
I've never heard that one.
I haven't either.
Yeah, that is mine. Gotta mark that one down. That is certainly a good one. Well, thank you. But keep sending your letters, by the way. We'd love to hear from you. We are once again at Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Spell it out, BOBAND T-O-M. Here's one from Paul. An old saying his dad would always say, boy, this is rough. If he'd get into heavy traffic, we're jammed up like a glory hole on Fleet Week.
Oh, geez.
I bet it does get busy.
I mean, that is just great.
Man.
Jammed up, though. Suggests they couldn't wait for one at a time. They Laverne and Shirley themselves.
Pat, Fleet Week is when the Navy pulls into New York and there's sailors everywhere. Yeah, it's a busy night for the hookers and apparently the glory holes. Well, are we going to dip our toes into the world of sports? Who's going to handle that, Mr. Roske?
Sure, we can. Alex Ovechkin has broken Wayne Gretzky's NHL career goals record. He scored 895th goal in the Washington Capitals game against the New York Islanders on Sunday. Mr. Gretzky's, whose total of 894 goals has stood for 31 years. Man. He said of the achievement, they say records are made to be broken, but I'm not sure who's going to get more goals than that. According to CNN, Mr. Ovechkin is the 10th player in the league's 107-year history to hold the all-time goals leader title. He's the fourth to claim the distinction in the last 72 years following Gretzky, Gordon Howe, and Maurice Richard? Or is it Gordon Howie?
It's Gordie Howe and Maurice Richard, no?
Richard? Ooh.
He's French.
I didn't see the accent aigu on the printout.
Does our printer have an accent aigu?
I guess not.
And when Gretzky broke, Howe and his family were there and all this stuff. So it's really
cool.
nice tradition. Yeah.
I think the only record like this is ever going to stand is Wilt Chamberlain's, don't you think?
This is up there, isn't it?
What are you talking about for women?
100 points?
Yeah, not the points. Who cares about that?
The whip.
Yeah. Well, we figured out.
Yeah, 20,000, he said?
Yeah, we did the math on it. It was more than one a day. When we interviewed him, I asked him, did he ever do any of them twice and doesn't count? He didn't think that was funny. Barely as anybody else. So this record will stand for a long time unless David Rush gets some skates out and tries to.
Oh, I don't think David Rush is going to beat this one.
All right. Okay.
Golfer Ryan McCormick is taping his mouth shut. He's revealed his unorthodox approach to anger management. The video of Mr. McCormick shows him playing with clear tape over his mouth and explaining the peculiar move. He said, I've been having not so fun times this year on the golf course, pretty angry and mad, so I figured I'd shut myself up, so I put tape over my mouth. Mr. McCormick said he wants to ensure he does not create a negative experience for his playing partners and apparently has no self-control.
I mean, it's just Scotch tape.
Yeah, well,
there you go. There's a picture of it right there.
Yeah, how about you just try to control yourself?
He has to be joking, right?
That's crazy.
I don't think so.
No?
I mean, it looks pretty serious.
Is it making him play better?
Who knows?
This weekend it did not.
Oh.
But I mean, I think
PGA or Live.
I think PGA. I don't know. I'm not sure which tournament it was. Something
they were both going on.
Corn, something.
Were you watching over the weekend? Do you like golf?
Yeah, I just turned it on a little bit. Each one of them.
No kidding.
Didn't see the tape on the mouth though.
No.
There wasn't a Hallmark movie that you wanted to watch?
I did end up watching an Aurora Tea Garden mystery, yes.
Oh.
While I finished folding laundry.
How much laundry did you have?
I don't joke.
I typically, Sunday can be my laundry day, yeah.
How many loads?
Yesterday was 6.
6?
Yeah.
How?
God.
That's a lot.
I do 2
I
Go ahead.
feel like you don't have that many clothes.
Right.
Sheets
Yeah.
was 1.
Okay.
Duvet cover, 2. 2 Carhartt shirt loads.
You have some unbalanced loads with all that fabric in there, you know. All that bed sheets and everything.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Towels,
jeans and whites.
Okay.
And then undies. No, and then miscellaneous socks, underwear. Yeah,
like a hot.
Dish
you do a
towels.
lot of little loads.
Not really. My jeans were 5 pair in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Badly stained?
No, not too bad this time. My T-shirts, on the other hand.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
You boil those.
Oh, yeah.
Sanitize.
Yeah.
Say goodbye to all those souls that might have been.
I think my washer.
If only we put you in an egg.
Do you use a duvet cover with the sheet, a top sheet, or do you just use the duvet cover as your top sheet as well?
Oh, I love a top sheet. So
yeah, a lot of people use the duvet cover just.
You're
as
absolutely
the top
right.
sheet.
I've been in.
You're gonna make a good
Very
husband.
European.
I've been in relationships where the girl hated the top sheet.
Really?
Yes.
Women love the top sheet.
Not all, dude.
Sheet.
Not all.
Well, yeah.
We don't have the top sheet. No
You don't have a top sheet
no.
either?
I hate the top sheet.
2 or 3 girls I've dated. So you hate the top
Yeah,
sheet?
it gets all messed up.
I love it.
I love a top sheet.
Sometimes in the summer, I'll blanket, go away, and it's just top sheet.
Oh. The window open, little
What about you,
breeze.
Tommy? You got a top sheet?
No, I'm just envisioning the naked Josh like a
under a top sheet,
like a sculpture. Supine. It was the Corn Ferry Tour, KORN Corn Ferry Tour. It was a PGA event.
Have some corn.
In which Mr. McCormick taped his mouth shut. I think Tiger Woods tried that with a zipper for a couple weekends, but
just one little strip of Scotch tape.
It didn't work. It's really odd. Yeah, you have to wonder if he was kind of kidding. I don't know how long he left the tape on there. Very, very odd.
Yeah.
Coming up, we have fascinating things in the world of news, including no Easter eggs this year. Well,
what?
Yeah, for some.
Yeah, it's expensive, the eggs.
We have a sad death in the world of television.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, no.
And, Pat, do you have any good songs about dachshunds?
Dachshunds. No, I have 3 dog songs, though.
No, it's got to be a dachshund.
Well, just do a long dog song.
There you go. We have the return of Speedy Gonzalez. I'd like to apologize. But he's back in the news and more. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show. I'm just getting ready for it.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18 wheels on a big rig. Everybody, here we go. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18 wheels on a big rig. And they're rolling. Okay, let's back them up. Here we go. Oh, there's 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wheels on a big rig. Okay, the even numbers. This is an easy one. Oh, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 wheels on a big rig. And they're rolling. Okay, by 1.5. Here we go. Oh, there's 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, 7.5, 9, 10.5, 18 wheels. We on a big rig. And they're rolling. Okay, the odd numbers. Here we go. Oh, there's 1, 3, 5, 7, 11, 9, on a big rig. And they're rolling. Okay, Roman numeral.
I'm here. I'm ready for this one.
All right, go.
Oh, there's I, V, X, I. Wheels on a big rig. Very good. Roman. Okay, Roman numerals backwards. Here we go.
No.
Oh, there's XV, 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 XIV, XII, wheels on a big rig. And they're Roman.
All right. Shall we?
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
I get in a lot of awkward situations, I feel like. Recently in D.C., I threw up in the street. which isn't a big deal. That happens. I'm a pretty heavy drinker. But what was different about this time was as I was about to throw up, you know, when you're just starting to come up, I made eye contact with a woman sitting outside of a Starbucks.
Yeah.
And then I held eye contact as I vomited. So it was just very awkward because she just saw me kind of look over at her and then go, and I mean, what's going on in her reality? You know,
she wants to watch that.
Did you get her number?
I did not get her number. I'm afraid. What if she go home and say, I was so ugly today I made a man vomit? I don't want her to think that, you know? So I had to go over and tell her it wasn't the case.
That's a bad hair day.
Yeah, if a man looks at you and vomits,
that is a bad day.
You need to visit your hairdresser ASAP.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a self-esteem killer.
Yeah, that really is.
Yeah, but I get into stuff like that all the time.
I'm a sympathy monitor. I would have, if he'd made eye contact with me, I would have.
Me too.
You would vomit also?
I would join you. Yeah.
So when you smell vomit, you immediately vomit.
Say goodbye.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
So far we've covered soiling ourselves and vomiting in the studio.
What next? All right, let's go into pussy lesions.
No.
No, Bob, that's wrong in the script. It's not pronounced pussy.
There you go.
It's written that
way. I know it looks that way on the page.
You know, if you read that wrong at the audition, wow, that's a different movie.
Yeah,
well, what's
entirely.
This, Mr. Abrams? I don't understand.
Much closer to a Mr. Skin film.
Yeah, I think so.
I would say.
Oh,
yeah. So,
now, were you a big drinker in college?
Yeah, I in college, I think I drank a little bit more than I do now. In college, whenever I drank, I would pass out. It was like my thing, you know? That's how people knew me.
Pass out guy?
Yeah. It got to the point where even before I went out, I'd go ahead and draw a dick on my face. Because it was going to happen.
It was going to happen. Your buddies were going to take care of it anyway.
Yeah.
Just take it right.
Oh, boy. You know.
Why wait?
It really is something else. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not. Because, first of all, what do they think? It's going to help me? You know, they think years from now I'm gonna be saying, yeah, it got really bad. You know, I was just drinking all the time, passing out, and then one day I woke up, looked in the mirror, and I was like, TJ, get it together. And I owe it all to Steve and his artistic ability to draw a ball sack on my forehead.
This woman is listening to the Bob and Tom Morning Show on Q95.
That's disgusting. Why, nothing could be worse than that. Well, I stand corrected.
The Bob and Tom Morning Show on Q95. Get up and get it on.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Hey, looking for the link to sync with Bob and Tom VIP? Yeah? It's right there at bobandtom.com.
Isn't that amazing? Coming up at Helium this Thursday, it's going to be Al Jackson, Frank Caliendo, Willie G. Al is here.
Yo. Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance Company news desk.
Hello.
Pat Godwin across the way.
Hey, Josh.
In Music Alley.
Yeah.
There's Jeff Oskey at the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk. And we've got a shoe-in of the week coming up from me. That's right, regarding men's college basketball. I am Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. We're all happily seated in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. Tom, my goodness, have you seen who's joined us?
And I have an executive decision.
Okay.
What's that?
Our guest is going to be making the prediction for the shoe-in of the week because Josh hasn't watched a college basketball game ever in his life.
That's right. I honestly could not tell you who's playing tonight.
I'm in the same boat. I have no idea.
I know Houston is because Christy mentioned Houston winning.
Yes, it was an awesome
They beat Duke.
game.
We're going to have Al Jackson, a man who was familiar with the sporting life, is going to do that. Al Jackson, comedian.
You want to do that now?
In a minute.
Okay.
I'm just
you just have to let me know.
Like I said, executive decision.
Sure.
I was trying to think
but
of
an executive decided this should happen too. So that's all I'm saying. Let me know.
I'm above that. I was trying to think of a song, Pat, for Mr. Jackson. And isn't there something? I'm going down on Jackson.
Down on Jackson.
I mean,
Down on Jackson.
excuse me. I'm
going down to Jackson.
I'm going down to Jackson.
I was in jail 2 times, and now songs are out.
Gonna mess around.
Al and I got married in a fever. That's the song.
Is that the song?
I'm going to
Jackson.
I'm going to Jackson.
Yes.
Jackson
I see.
City, here I come.
Right.
Okay. That doesn't really fit, does it?
Tom, do you notice Al's wearing a bolo tie? Do you own a bolo tie?
But with a turtleneck.
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about this, Al. I got to be honest.
It's an interesting look. It's the kind of look you put on when there's a fire in the hotel and you just have to throw something on. But I like the bolo tie, and I wear it with almost everything. It looks more normal when I have my jacket on, but when I don't, I just look like a strange stepfather. But I've accepted that.
I like it.
And we're rolling with it.
Yeah.
You can pull off anything.
Oh, well, thank you.
It's a cultural. It's a cultural thing.
I can.
It's a cultural thing to wear a bolo tie.
Yeah, it's
cowboy.
Yeah, you're
white
Argentinian.
I see aces in here, so I guess you guys don't want 2 of us in the same room. One is a guest, 2 is a riot.
You're both a riot. Don't say that.
Very nice, Pat.
Okay. Now, Al's going to be doing a bunch of gigs with Willie and Frank Caliendo. We'll cover that coming up. But do you want to do your shoe-in pick right now? We can.
Sure.
Are you ready to make the pick, Al? Or do you want to have some time to think about it?
I've been thinking about this.
Do we have the point spread available?
I'll look it up.
Yeah, let's find this.
Okay, well, we'll do that. But in the meantime, what were you going to say over there?
Today's shoe-in basketball picks presented by OrangeInsoles.com. Feel better, do more with Orange Insoles in your shoes. Free shipping in the USA at OrangeInsoles.com. So it's Houston and who?
Florida.
Florida, my girlfriend's team.
Oh.
My girlfriend, it works in professional sports. She is the biggest sports fan I've ever met, ever. Like, both genders. And so I've been riding with her all year. Florida looks really good. I don't know what the spread is. Christy Lee is pulling that up.
Boy, it's hard to figure this out. It looks like Florida -1.
We can have a guy read it.
Yeah,
Yeah, let a man figure that out.
I watched the end of the game.
Christy knows way more about this than
I
me.
spell basketball.
But still,
11 points in one. And I picked Florida to win from the day one.
Yes.
I did.
Oh,
Christy
nice.
I
Lee,
did.
I'm riding with you. I think Florida's going to cover. Florida just keeps bringing. They have 7-footers coming off the bench. They're loaded this year. Sometimes it's just your year. I'd love to see Calvin Sampson, the coach from Houston, get one. But I don't think it's this year. I think this year it's the coach from. I think it's the coach from Florida. I think it's going to be the Gators, which hurts me as a Buckeyes fan. But the Gators are going to take it tonight.
Well, I'll tell you.
They're favored by 1.5.
Yeah.
Also, it should be a good game.
Yeah, 1.5 point favorite over Houston. But Houston is coming off that huge win, though. They might be real fired up.
I wonder if they're going to be emotionally spent, though. Because there's that thing where it's hard. Florida was losing a couple of games ago, and my girlfriend was panicking. She was like, we're going to lose. And I'm like, you're not going to lose, because Texas Tech was winning like 15 minutes left. But their team was yelling and pounding their chest. And I always tell people, energy is finite, and they're going to lose that. And towards the end of the game, they started to droop. The shoulder started to droop, and Florida came back. So I think
that happened to Duke too.
That happened to Duke.
Mm-hmm.
You can't expect.
So,
men know you can't expect.
This is a solid Florida pick on the shoe-in from Al Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Okay. put money on it if you lose. That's Al Jackson. You can find him on the internet.
That's
the thing. Is just like the worst thing is if somebody did find me and beat me up. It wouldn't be the assault. It would be like what the officer had to write down: blackmail, down, bolo tie, turtleneck, one shoe, bad jeans. Yeah, it's, that's the worst.
Now, let's switch gears here. Have we completed our sports broadcast?
I believe so.
We turn now to Christy Lee. She is at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
On top of it.
Yeah.
Relationship experts say the so-called micro-cheating is a growing form of infidelity. Have you heard about this?
Is this when you sleep with a dwarf?
Well, the term micro.
Thanks for going with dwarf, by the way.
Yeah.
Refers to anything short of a physical or emotional relationship that involves behavior you cannot talk about openly with a partner.
Yeah. Anything? Micro cheating is just like.
Yeah.
If you go to work and you're just a little too friendly with Christy, it's not touching. It's not let's meet up. You're not even overtly sexual, but it's a lot of smiling. It's a lot of I wish I could have hung with you.
So micro cheating is having a job.
Yeah. Interacting with it's just like anything that you wouldn't tell. Like, why are you sending a smiley emoji to your boss in accounting? It's just kind of like, yeah, there might be somebody you find attractive and a little flirty, but. It's basically.
Do they give a definition?
And then they take it one step farther with the digital age. Psychologist Abby Medcalf. It says the phenomenon, not new, like Al was just talking about, but now micro-cheating tends to involve texting or private messages. Ms. Medcalf explained it's cheating if your partner doesn't like it or doesn't know about it or wouldn't like it if they knew about it.
Gotcha. Are you guys phones up or phones down with your partner?
Well,
I'm phones down everywhere I go, but anytime I'm dating anybody in any relationship, it's anytime you want to look at my phone, look at it.
Why not?
But will you be mad because somebody going through your phone is so intrusive? It's so intrusive. I would really dislike that. Even though I'm not doing anything, that would be almost a 10 on my anger. Like I don't.
Well, you're just upset that your girlfriend's going to see all those women responding to those naked beach selfies of you with your bolo tie on.
Oh, that could be my look.
Yeah.
I need to get ripped and just wear a bolo tie and just. I want to take it back to I want to be like Billy Ocean in the 80s. Suit jacket, no shirt, chest hair, bolo tie.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
Caribbean queen.
Yeah.
Now, if you're in the beach long enough, you get tan lines.
Yes. I definitely get darker. I didn't even realize until I was in my...
Wait, hang on a second. Christy's having a problem. What's the matter?
These are...
I think it's a fair question.
Have you never had a black friend ever?
And he's...
Al is my black friend.
A decade and a half.
And I've never gone sunbathing with him. I'm just asking.
You don't even go to the sun yourself.
You can Google those questions so you don't have to embarrass yourself to your black friends.
No, it's I'm still learning about the sun myself, Tom. I didn't realize black people could get sunburn I didn't know they get burned. I had no idea. I thought this is our secret.
I think in the politically correct age we live in, I'm surprised we don't have that old. Remember the billboard with a little girl getting her ass cheeks exposed when the dog grabs her.
Copper-tone.
Yeah, the copper tone ads. They probably wouldn't do that now because. Well, for the fact that it's a little girl's ass.
I was going to say, even when I was a little kid, I was like, that's weird. I didn't have a word for it, but I was like, I don't want to see that.
Yeah,
it was very weird. It was
I found it very erotic as a child.
Oh, my God.
Tom likes dolls.
Oh.
That's 2 in 1 break.
As a child. Can you imagine the perviest 6-year-old you ever...
It is weird. I was having this thought the other day that weirdly all the people that were in the child sitcoms or like the Nickelodeon verse when you were 10 or 11, now all these people grow up and then they join OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Because all those Nickelodeon stars make $1 billion on OnlyFans. It's like,
sad. By the way, on that same note, we have a death from one of the original
Yes.
Original TV child actors, yeah.
Yeah, Jay North, who starred as the toe-headed mischief maker Dennis the Menace.
Toe-headed?
Wait, he died?
Yeah.
Hold on, I need to cancel my OnlyFans. I'm not paying for another month of him.
Boy. He has tan lines, huh?
He was 73. North died Sunday at his home in Lake Butler, Florida, after battling colon cancer. According to one of his family members, he said he had a heart as big as a mountain, loved his friends deeply, and called frequently and ended every conversation with, "I love you with all my heart."
All right, let's get Mr. Wilson's take on this.
Yeah.
I tried calling him, but the music was too high. I couldn't hear what he was saying.
North was just 6 when he was cast as Dennis the Menace in the CBS sitcom adaptation.
And we
of
watched
Hank
that all the
Ketchum's
time.
popular
Yeah.
comic strip. Who didn't? I mean, it was,
on
a staple.
Nickelodeon
forever. But
Yeah.
I don't think he did not get a lot of gigs. He
After that, you mean? Yeah.
He was one of those guys who would probably show up on like the Love Boat and there's Dennis the Menace.
That's probably why he didn't get a lot of gigs.
And Tom, save it for the obituary you've been asked to write and give. It's like, look, he didn't get booked a lot towards the end.
Right.
Let's be honest. He was a one-hit wonder.
This is very personal to me, but the first time I ever heard about death was when the actor who played Mr. Wilson died and they replaced him.
Oh.
And then
Joseph Kearns?
I can remember the. I think he was the second Mr. Wilson. All I know is the guy that played Mr. Wilson died, and my mother had to explain it to me. And what do you mean he's not coming back next season?
Oh, really?
I was just a little kid.
Then they switched Darren's, but there was no death, so that had to be confusing
what was
for
that
you
all
also.
about?
Inner struggles, contracts.
Yeah, that's what
illness,
it always is.
Partying.
Does anybody remember when they switched out Aunt Viv's on The Fresh Prince? The first season, there was a darker-skinned Aunt Viv.
Right.
And then the second season, she just wasn't there.
Yeah.
And all these shows either address it tongue-in-cheek or they just don't address it at all.
Or the worst one was Kevin Can Wait, which was I really like Kevin James. Very funny guy. Do you remember what they did after one season of that?
They switched wives.
They killed off the wife to bring back the woman that had been in his previous show.
Leah Ramey,
you're talking about King of Queens.
No,
No, there was Kevin.
He had a follow-up to that.
And they brought back, what is it, Leah Remini?
Remini, yeah.
Yeah, whatever her name is. Yeah, they brought her back. She's great. She's great. But they dumped the new one, and I guess in one episode they said something like, blah, too bad about the accident. What?
Yeah, they did that too. Remember Martin and I forgot Tisha Campbell. Obviously, they had some problem. They had some problem on set, and then so the next season they kept having these situations where they would miss each other. Like she got on a cruise and he missed it, so they had that split screen.
They couldn't even work together.
No, they were not on the same.
What show?
On Martin. And so they had the split screen, like when two people on the phone, like, oh, I missed the cruise, so like they didn't.
Don't
maintain the 500 feet?
Adjust whatever you have to adjust with your attitude to be near Tisha Campbell.
Absolutely.
I will. All my pride is gone.
I have a feeling she was the one with the issue.
I don't know. Martin was a diva for sure.
Yeah. Al, what's your take on that? Was that Martin?
Look, Martin is a comedy legend. We interviewed Tisha Campbell a couple times. I'm very biased because I've had a crush on her for 30 years.
Is she still hot?
She's still hot.
Yeah, she was in here.
Her energy is still like fun, and like she'd be like, "What are we doing at this, guys?"
She was great on that show.
She is great. I find it very hard to believe that she was causing issues on that show.
Wasn't she in the Kid and Play movie?
That's where Al became a man.
Oh,
the Kid and Play movie.
Little Shop of Horrors is where I first saw her. Who is that?
Well, right now, speaking of romance, did you know that Steven Singer is paying attention? Because guess what's just around the corner? I know
Valentine's Day.
Very, very good. Very good. Steven Singer has a limited edition 24-karat gold-dipped Blue Moon Rose for Mother's Day. Steven Singer's always paying attention to those holidays. Skip those flowers that die in a week. If you're lucky, they live a week. Steven Singer Jewelers, the signature gold-dipped rose. Real roses dipped in real 24-karat gold, guaranteed to last a lifetime. Steven's always got his eye on the ball. Also, don't forget, of course, bracelets, You can never go wrong with a bracelet. Diamonds, that's his specialty. Necklaces, et cetera, et cetera. The forever gift this time, though, it's the real long stem 24-karat gold dip rose that has Steven Singer's full lifetime guarantee. Comes in a very impressive gift box with your own personalized Mother's Day card. Shipping, of course, is always free. You go to IHateStevenSinger.com. These will not be restocked, and the supply is limited. So say I love you to all those moms in your life. Your sister's a mom, she's a mom, she's a mom, she's a mom, your mom's a mom. You know what I'm saying? Check it out at IHateStevenSinger.com. Moms love bracelets, by the way.
Yeah, they do.
Just ask that mom over there. It's Christy Lee.
At last, beautiful bracelet.
The At Last bracelet,
That's the name of the bracelet.
Shipping is free, of course. IHateStevenSinger.com. Famous for his guarantee and famous for real diamonds only, please. We don't want the fake ones. Thank you very much, Stephen. Now, when we come back, we're going to hang out with comedian Al Jackson. We have a dachshund on the loose. Oh, it's very scary. And do you have enough eggs for Easter? Not everybody does. We're going to find out what that's all about. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show. I don't mean to be mean here.
You know what? You can ask me anything. Okay. I'm an open book. Just throw questions at me.
Do you eat kangaroo?
I personally don't. I'm vegan, so I'm one of those folks.
Sure.
How far into the interview did I manage to get that grandstanding in?
It's okay.
No, but kangaroo is a delicious lean meat. People love it down there.
Tom can't eat kangaroo.
No,
right?
it makes me jumpy.
Randy.
I pulled that joke out of my pouch. Okay.
Good Lord.
I'm so sorry.
Good Lord,
so sorry.
indeed, Randy.
I was trying to.
See, this is the thing. You're trying to set me up for gags. I'm just dead bad. I'm now the straight man. I'm playing I'm not the wacky character on the side. I'm just going to set them up, lob you some big balls, and you can knock them out of the park.
Thank you. Our guest is Randy Feltface. Mr. Feltface. Do you have brothers and sisters?
I don't. I'm an only, and I'm like the last of my species.
You're the last of the Feltfaces?
Yeah, I'm a critically endangered species.
Are you on Feltfacebook?
I am on Feltfacebook. I started Feltfacebook.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just me and Grover. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Sometimes he's near, and other times
at Randy Feltface. At Randy Feltface.
At Randy Feltface on all of the socials.
Instagram. I just put him up on Instagram.
TikTok. Are you TikToking?
I'm not TikToking. I'm Instagramming.
Get on the TikToks.
Okay.
We'll make one right after this. We'll just dance around like a couple of boomers trying to get attention.
All right.
How old are you?
I'm 42.
Oh, okay. Great. Yeah. I'm 44.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you, yeah.
How are you finding your 40s?
I love them, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Like a good mix between being an adult and still identifying as younger than that.
Right. You can still get away with, I have no idea where you are, by the way. I'm just looking generally in the studio. Are you finding like you've changed? Have you grown? Have you matured?
I have.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Like a fine cheese.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the aroma is there too.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's the state aroma of you is an aging cheese.
More sort of a Limburger.
Yes. Finally, I feel seen. Thank you, Randy.
I smell like a gym sock at this point. I've been on tour for so long. I'm literally just a felty. The sweat just seeps into my felt.
The puppet is dancing. I've never been happier.
It's Mr. Feltface to you.
There is Pat Godwin in the performance room. Hi, chick. There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
The I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Willie Griswold. Willie can't speak. He's laughing so hard. Yeah. There's Ace Cosby.
You gotta watch this tonight on YouTube.
I'm Chick McGee. Yes, you can see all this on YouTube. And here is Tom.
Now, where do you find it on YouTube, Ace?
YouTube.com.
Okay. Now, I thought we would introduce our guest once again. He is Randy Feltface. Are you self-conscious about not having ears?
I work great on radio.
Okay.
It's literally just me dancing.
Yep.
Tune in on YouTube. It'll make more sense.
Yeah, sure. Now, you probably have trouble hearing me since you don't have any ears.
I do. They're just very small.
Okay.
really tiny.
Yeah, little ears.
Same goes for the nose, obviously.
Yeah, no, okay. I don't have a nose.
Okay.
Randy, you don't have a nose. How do you smell?
Terrible. Back down. Chicken down. Woo. Does that mean I'm officially part of the team now?
Yes, you are.
Yes, I did it.
Greatness isn't given. It's earned. It starts from the ground up with every step, every move, every moment. Because when the game is on the line, you need the best. The new Sport Athletic Performance insole from Orange Insoles. Stability, support, dominance. Orange Insoles, because greatness starts from the ground up, even when you're sitting down.
Your pro
you don't
bottom tan
Well,
line.
if I'm sunless tanning, if I'm doing this airbrushing, I
Yeah.
just don't wear a top. No.
Gotcha.
Do you, I'm not trying to be crude here, but do you have some kind of nipple blocker?
No.
So then it just becomes kind of one shade.
Yep.
Do you lift the boobs halfway through to get the underbelly?
I don't really have a lot of underbelly.
Oh, okay.
Do they have like a clothesline where you can pin them up?
Wow. I'm quite proud of my boobs. They look
You should be.
nice.
They do look
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah. But even the nicest boobs have the underbelly.
Chick's getting a car. He left.
I don't have much of one. I'm very
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcasts. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us. Christy Lee's there at the Silac Insurance Company news desk. There's Pat Godwin. Hello. Jeff Oskey at the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk.
Howdy.
One of the family, Al Jackson, has joined us this morning in studio.
What up?
Great to see you. I'm Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. We're all in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios, and there he is. My gosh, captain, our captain.
Oh, I like that.
Tom Griswold.
Yeah, why don't you wear a captain's hat?
Like
I think you did one day.
Yeah, that's what Hugh Hefner wore toward the end. It
Oh,
was
that's true.
really sad.
Yeah.
It's really more of a symbol to the world that this is on its way down.
Yes, it's over. He's got a Viagra branded sweatshirt on. We get it, Hef. It's right now on tour. Frank Caliendo, Al Jackson, Willie G.
Wow.
The next stop is the Louisville Comedy Club. That's going to be Tuesday evening for a great live show. Caliendo, Jackson, Griswold. And then, let's see, Wednesday it's Summit City and Fort Wayne. Thursday, Helium. And then Friday and Saturday, Cincinnati's Liberty Township's Funny Bone for some great live comedy. Now, let's get back to the action. We have Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk. What's happening?
Cash-strapped consumers are turning to egg alternatives for decorations this Easter.
I call BS. Sorry.
This is from Good Morning America.
I still call BS.
Haas, the company that makes the original Easter egg dye that we've all used over the years, shared some creative ideas for those of you looking for more affordable decorations this year.
All right.
Instead of using eggs, you could use marshmallows.
Interesting.
Or boiled potatoes.
Oh, every kid wants that.
They both can be
some
dyed or
drunk
painted.
Irish guy hiding potatoes in your backyard instead of a bunny.
You're supposed to cook the potatoes?
Yeah.
Easter McBunny.
This is the worst idea ever.
They can both be dyed or painted.
Oh, come on.
Everything can be dyed or painted.
Pasta can be used to make Easter jewelry or a garland.
Not really.
Oz.
I'd like to make is that a lanyard? No, it's a noose.
Coffee
I'm taking myself out rather than dyeing potatoes and giving them to my kids.
These are good alternatives, especially for like teachers who don't want to go buy, 36 eggs.
Yeah.
They can.
Every year,
get potatoes?
I dye Easter eggs, and every year I come in here on Monday with dyed fingertips. No matter, even if you were, every time.
You're not supposed to touch them.
Yeah, but they have that little wire thing. That's
wire ring.
Yeah. Where do they make those? Well, never mind.
Don't ask.
What's the tariff on a little wire ring? Those, I'm sure, are made. What a gig that would be. At the factory. What do you guys make? We make those wire things that American kids pick up eggs in when they dye them.
Yeah, but you got to change the story halfway through when the guys at the bar lose interest. You're like, for fighter jets.
Yeah.
Coffee filters can also be dyed to make butterflies or flowers, while air-dried clay can be shaped into an egg and painted.
Has the depression already started?
No, these are there yet. This is one of those things they ask some intern, hey, we got Easter coming up, think of anything. Eggs aren't that expensive. You can.
Well, we're blessed for it in that it doesn't affect us as much as others.
Well, we're going to go hunt for our Easter potatoes, boys and girls. No, thanks, Mom. I'll play video games.
We do the plastic eggs and then put like money inside or like candy or whatever.
Well, this year, you know what they're putting inside plastic eggs?
What?
Real eggs.
Yeah. Oh, we're rich.
Hey, hey, Tommy, you get an omelet this morning if you find the eggs. I don't know.
Well, it's nice to have alternatives. Good.
It's fake. I don't believe it for a minute.
I think I'm on Tom's side on that one. I think these stories starting to come out about what people are doing. I was like, I don't know. They're using powdered eggs now. I don't believe this. I think no one's using potatoes. It's not happening.
And didn't scientists find that eating eggs is not bad for your cholesterol?
No, if it's a good egg. Yeah.
And that whole don't eat the yolk thing is BS.
You can thank the sugar companies for that propaganda.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
It's actually very good for you.
Speaking of eggs, we think of breakfast, we think of coffee. New research suggests drinking coffee every day could add extra years of healthy aging to your life.
Yeah, editor's note, I saw that immediately, printed it. Because I'm sure if you Google is coffee bad for you, you can find equally esteemed scientists.
Yes.
But how does the coffee know what years it's applying? Like the best years of your life. Oh, so it gives me 2 more years of my 40s instead of 2 more years of my 90s.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I don't want more years at the end. I want them in the middle.
That's why Jeff. That's why you drink Red Bull. It takes away your fear. Apparently, you jump off buildings.
The reviews looked at 50 existing studies and found that regular, moderate coffee consumption adds an average of 1.8 years of healthy living to a person's life.
You know, I think it is. I think coffee drinkers tend to have jobs. They work. They're engaged. They're engaged in life.
Okay, I'll take
that could end heart disease. You never know what kind of stress. Yeah.
Well, and
wait a minute. Are you suggesting, Josh, that this job is giving you stress?
Not as much as other jobs have. Yeah.
Who's the best boss you've ever had?
Best boss I've ever had.
Answer quickly.
Josh, who's the best boss you've ever had?
You know it's you. It really is you.
How nice of you to volunteer that information. Now you're allowed to leave early to go to your doctor's appointment.
We're still thinking about that.
In addition to coffee's role in reducing the risk of some major chronic diseases, researchers said coffee may also provide antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, such as reducing neuroinflammation or regulating insulin sensitivity.
Does it say what moderate means? I've heard
2 cups, I think.
Yeah, 2 or 3 a day is really where you want to be.
How many do you drink a day?
I drink more typically, but after 3, I try to go to decaf. So I don't know where decaf stands in the health.
That's. I still think that's not as much as what people were taking down in the 80s. My dad would do 2 pots.
Yep.
Oh, my dad was a lawyer. It would just the smell of just that office coffee pot always going, kind of burning at the bottom in the middle of the afternoon. And like my dad would just drink black coffee. No sugar,
that's how I am.
Life.
That's how I am too.
By the way, that reminds me that Java House is the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show. We got something new going. I'll have to show you this, Al. This is going to revolutionize office coffee. See this guy? This is not a Keurig cup. This is, you just add hot water to this thing. You're ready to go for your coffee.
Stop it.
Yeah, it's a brand new idea. It's going to really revolutionize because you know what's in those Keurig machines?
No.
Oh, all kinds of germs. Yikes. So we'll be telling you about Java House coming up, but it's our new official coffee. I'm very excited about it. Now, by the way, back to this coffee story. You can probably find, as I said earlier, a study that goes the other direction.
Of course.
But do they take in certain lifestyle things, like the fact that you're actually up and running and working? I know my doctor, I talked to him about it, and he drinks regular coffee first thing in the morning. So,
Do you think a normal person would live longer if they kind of had enough money where they could lounge around? You slept until 11 o'clock every day of your life, or do you think it's better to get up at 6, get your heart going, and start moving, even if you have a job that might cause you more stress?
I think it's important to have something to do.
Yeah.
They say people that retire sometimes, well, I've played golf for the last year every day, and I think I'm just going to climb a tall building and jump off.
I don't think so. If you're playing golf every day, you want to, and those are different. Those retired people are different.
Yeah, it's different than retiring and watching TV.
Yes.
I don't think my dad didn't want to do anything but the law, and when he couldn't do that anymore, he was kind of done.
Right.
You know? But I don't think people that love their job like Tom is not going to retire. He loves this. And so I don't
And he doesn't like anything else.
No, that's people. Don't get confused. By the way, if you're just joining us, this is the Bob and Tom Show, coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, the home of the Orange Insoles Sports Desk, the Silac Insurance News Desk, and the home of Java House Coffee. Throw out that Keurig. We're going to tell you all about Java House coming up. But right now, we have comedian Al Jackson joining us. Al is on tour with Willie G and Frank Caliendo. Tuesday, it's Louisville, the Louisville Comedy Club. Wednesday, Summit City in Fort Wayne. Thursday, Helium in Indy. And then it's going to be Liberty Township, Greater Cincinnati, coming up Friday and Saturday. Once again, it's the great Frank Caliendo doing a rare club appearance, working on some great new stuff. Frank has some great new voices.
I love it.
Al Jackson and Willie G. Let's get back to Christy Lee. What have you got over there?
Well, go ahead and indulge your hangover. A nutritionist is saying pizza is healthier for you than many breakfast cereals. Registered dietitian Chelsea Amer says, quote, "You may be surprised to find that an average slice of pizza and a bowl of cereal with whole milk contain nearly the same amount of calories. However, pizza packs a much larger protein punch, which will keep you full and boost satiety throughout the morning."
Pizza for breakfast, guys?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yes.
I'm out.
Yes.
No.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
every now and again, fine.
I'll do it.
But breakfast pizza, I'm out.
Never had a breakfast
With
pizza.
egg on it?
Yeah, egg, and they'll use like a croissant for the base,
Oh,
and they'll
really?
put like scrambled eggs.
That
and
sounds good.
sausage
I've
and
never
cheese.
had that.
No, it's horrible.
Oh.
Sounds
There's
good.
a reason you haven't had it. It's miserable.
I know my son Willie is working on a recipe to bring out his own. He's been talking to the General Mills people. Pizza O's. It's the first pizza breakfast cereal. Yeah, the pepperoni experiment didn't work, but I think the sausage may fly.
You don't like cold pizza, do you?
I hate cold pizza, so I just can't. I don't get it. I don't.
Waste of cold pizza when you can just have an air fryer now. Air fryers have changed the warm-up game, especially for French fries. French fries in the air fryer are like they were when they came.
You can reheat them.
They're great.
Oh, yeah.
Better than microwaving them.
Oh,
absolutely.
God,
Yeah, they're crispy like the day you bought them.
I know. Yeah, you guys. I finally got an air fryer. I make salmon in it all the time.
That's great.
Salmon. What do you
Salmon
want to
is great in it,
bake
but-
all the moisture out of it?
No, you wrap it in. You put oil on top of it and wrap it in foil. It's great.
Oh, I've never done that.
It's great.
Wrap it in foil?
Yeah,
That seems crazy.
That does seem crazy.
it retains all the moisture. This is. I was talking to Lynn Rosetta Casper, and she told me to.
The other day, Tom discovered the slow cooker the other day.
Oh, welcome to the world.
He had not used a crock pot before, and now he's a fan.
Yeah, they're great.
Never have either.
They're great, and they serve two functions. One, well, I would even say three, because you're thinking about it all day, and then when you go home, your house smells like whatever. That we are animals, bro, and just smelling that slow cooked food, and then it falls off the bone. Come on, and it takes no time. I'm a fan.
I was setting it up at 3:30 in the morning. Two dogs looking at me like, "Are we having roast beef tonight?"
I have a slow cooker at home. I always have to yell at her, "Hurry up, I'm starving." Why does it take you so long?
I have a technical question. I am old enough to remember when McDonald's started the whole breakfast thing, fast food breakfast. And everybody thought, this is never going to fly. And pretty soon, everyone realized, well, this is great.
The Egg McMuffin? Ooh.
And then everybody else is kind of, is there a pizza place that's doing that yet?
No.
Are any of the major pizza chains?
I don't think
Has
so.
anybody gotten close to McDonald's in the breakfast fast food? It just I've said for your
Maybe
money.
Chick-fil-A.
Are they?
Yeah, chicken biscuits.
Chick-fil-A's got a good breakfast. Hardee's has a good breakfast.
Yeah.
The sourdough.
True. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But you're right. McDonald's, I mean, it's...
I would say, Josh, that for your money, for $1 or $1.50, whatever it costs now, a sausage, egg, and cheese is the best meal you can get. It's delicious. It's quick. It always tastes the same, and it's got a lot of protein in it.
Yeah,
Egg,
right.
But you can't go to Papa John's and get a pizza biscuit yet?
no.
None of them have.
yet.
Not yet.
Maybe you're onto something, Tommy.
I don't know. I mean, they're paying the rent.
Yeah.
They're there.
Yeah.
The lights are on. Why not? I wonder if it would work.
Subway tried it, and when the season I was doing MTV Made, which was, I don't know, 15, 17 years ago, they were doing it in a couple stores, and they were doing some in Louisville, and it was a really good idea because it was the same patty as the sausage muffin and the same bread, and you could get all the Subway toppings on it.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you wanted onions or whatever you wanted, you could put that on there too, but it just didn't take off. But I thought it was a good idea. Tasted the same.
I think the lack of a drive-through for most Subways is it's hard to get out of your car at 7 when you're on your way to work.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And stand.
Yeah. I remember when Arthur Treaser's Fish and Chips tried it. And didn't fly. Of course, that didn't fly at all. Anyway, thank you so much. Let's push forward here. What's coming up, Christy Lee?
Well, coming up, we're going to talk about insomnia and your telephone or your TV. We'll talk about that. Speedy Gonzalez back in the news, and we have a couple of bald stories. We have
the sexiest bald guy in the world again.
and then we have a bald guy being terrorized by a hawk.
Okay, we'll find out about that.
Oh,
Wear a hat, guys.
Your pate all taloned.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd be hearing that phrase. Quite the talent pate. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Cam Newton folds like a Jeff Bodart joke.
Turducken. Turducken.
You mean, and now from the source.
We're all doing Bodart. Turducken. Turducken.
Turducken. Turducken. Turducken.
Let's listen. I'm going to play the original. I want to see if you guys can get the right pitch.
Okay.
I'll play it at the end of I'll say 3, 2, and 1. Say the 1. 3, 2.
Turducken.
Turducken.
Turducken. Turducken.
You got to go high.
Turducken.
Okay. Turducken on this show means a joke that has no merit.
Well, let's hear it.
I think he had a stroke is my favorite line from Josh.
Anyway, we could hear that.
I love that
in its entirety.
My favorite was when Josh looks at him and trying to help. It was like being backstage for a moment. Dude, there's nothing there.
Now,
move on.
The setup on this is a classic joke delivered by our engineer, Ace. Ace, can you do it again? Do you remember the joke? We were talking about...
The joke is in there, right?
I don't think it's in this one.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay. Do you know the joke, Ace? Remember?
Yeah, it's a fact that people think the first French fries were fried in France. They weren't.
Where were they fried?
They were fried in Greece.
See, get it?
Yeah.
See?
Good play on words.
Love jokes that you have to go, get it?
Words have two meaning. Greece, you cook in.
That's
Greece,
right.
a country.
Right.
And you don't see it coming. It's a classic joke.
Sure.
Now try to get that joke momentum in your head as you hear what happened immediately following Ace's joke.
What's a duck fried in? What's a duck fried in?
No, that's Jeff Bodart talking.
Right.
And by the way, he just got done booing Ace.
Right.
He's so excited.
So excited.
Yes. This is a man who makes his living selling wands.
Hey! No, he's a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, that's his side hustle.
Okay, it's a side hustle. Okay. So once again, Ace says, okay, they're fried in Greece. Okay, get it? Okay, here we go. And then here's Mr. Bodart.
What's a duck fried in? What's a duck fried in? Turkey.
Now, I want you to know I did not pause that.
No.
That was genuine.
Stunned silence. I mean, that's a full 2-3 seconds.
We never have that.
Right. Yes, everyone is sort of processing. I think we're all going.
What?
Okay, why am I not getting this?
Yes.
Right.
At first, your brain goes, I don't get it. And then you're going, why don't I get it? What am I ignorant of? It must be some inside thing. And then we all realize none of us are getting it. And then we're laughing about that. And that's where we pick up the joke.
Turducken.
And then he
Turducken. Very.
And then he takes ownership of it.
Yes,
by saying it again.
Yeah.
Which is what I am famous for. If at first you don't succeed,
Yes,
say it again.
Say it so many times, they'll laugh just to make you stop. Let's get back to the momentum of the lack of a joke here. And this is what happened next.
That isn't even a joke.
He may be having a stroke.
Now, I have tried to say that isn't even a joke.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now everyone's laughing, and then someone submits that he may be having a stroke because he seems to be so upset, and then it goes here.
It's as bad as that crap over there.
That is not a joke. Now he's accusing Ace of telling a bad joke. I enjoyed the joke very much.
Ace's was a joke.
Yes.
It was a classic joke. I think, and probably in the Joke Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And then we continue.
Wait a minute.
No,
What does a duck fight in?
No, it's a duck fried in.
Oh, what is a
He's
duck
fried in turkey.
Yeah, turducken.
No, Jeff, there's nothing there, man.
That's the beauty of the end of that. It's like two comedians have just come off stage. They're driving home after the gig, and Josh looks at him and goes, "Hey, the turducken thing. There's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
You can't. No,
because I maybe out of all of us in the room, we're giving him the biggest benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Because
You've been there,
and sometimes you just gotta tell them no.
To use the word concept wrong, conceptually. Concept really means like gravity, but nevertheless. Conceptually, what he's trying to say is when you make a turducken, that was popular a few years back. What is it? You take a boneless chicken or something and cram it inside a duck, and then cram that inside a turkey. Is that the deal?
Yeah.
Right. But you don't always fry them.
No, you don't fry them.
I suppose you probably could.
You don't, but you don't.
And the turkey punchline relies on the grease punchline.
Right.
So it doesn't even stand on its own.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So that is the.
If you really want to get into it.
This is a new feature on the show we call Joke Autopsy, where we take a joke to the morgue and
could be
start
here all night.
doing some stuff.
And if you talk to Jeff, he still thinks it was funny.
I know.
And claims that people have got to have his back.
No. No one can. I would like to see the exegesis as that is. You lay it all out for me. There's no way. What is a duck fry?
Jeff, there's nothing there, man.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
Hi, this is Chick McGee from the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com and check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Health experts are praising a brand new viral trend called the fart walk.
The fart walk.
The so-called fart walk became a phenomenon after it was introduced by TikTok user Marilyn Smith.
I'm a fart walker. I'm a fart walk.
Do you go for a walk after dinner?
Yeah, almost all the time.
Well, because you have to walk your dog.
Sometimes society needs reminders, and this is one of those. Hey, how about a nice walk after dinner?
Yeah. Now, don't you prefer the fart sit, Josh?
I will say,
you eat a pizza and a hot dog, and you sit down.
When
was the last time you had a pizza?
I really like the idea that the one pizza, the whole pizza wasn't enough. I just needed a hot dog to really cap it all.
That's a hell of a meal right there.
And yes, it's not easy to find a place where you can get pizza and a hot dog.
Because a pizza's such a full meal.
So I order a pizza, eat it.
Radio, we're going to be doing a special contest. Go to Q95.com, see how we could get your business, your product, whatever it might be, on the air for a special live performance day coming up in May.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're so happy you're with us.
What are you doing?
I'm trying something new.
What, are we doing soft jazz?
Oh, yeah. There's Christy Lee.
Stop.
It really is annoying, isn't it? Sorry. Christy Lee's there. There's Pat Godwin. Al Jackson has joined us this morning. There's Jeff Oskey. I'm Josh Arnold. And there he is. There's Tom Griswold.
I love the affected delivery.
Why can't you just talk?
You ever wonder what would happen if the guy's going, oh, well, it's great to be here. By the way, the DJ booth's filling with smoke right now. My engineer, Al Jackson, appears to have passed out. I'm probably going to die.
What was the name of your favorite radio personality when you were growing up? Like a young, maybe 10
Jerry G.
And did you ever get to meet Jerry G?
I did not.
Oh.
Rock and roll?
How did he sound?
Oh, he had that, Hey, the number one sounds of Jerry G.
Nice, call them pukers in the business.
Yes. Hey. I like pukers. I don't mind them.
I don't either. They had a lot of upbeat energy.
Yeah.
And
why were they called pukers?
They puke out everywhere.
Oh, that. I got it.
Hey, we in the studio. We've got comedian Al Jackson. Al, I'm going to play a song here. It's got a 17-second intro. Tell a joke. Go.
So you're bonkers tonight.
There were
funny man Al Jackson.
Radio shows would actually do that. I've talked to comedians that were in studios. Guy go, okay, look, the intro on this is 27 seconds. I'll intro you, and then you got to get your joke in.
Oh.
So yeah,
I don't mind that as much as and I ended up having fun on some of these shows, but hey, no material, no jokes. Oh, okay.
Like what?
I know the show you're talking about.
Yeah. And it actually ends up being a good time.
Fun, yeah.
Yes, but it's a little nerve-wracking. Why'd you have me in?
I see. Al Jackson is here with us. Al is on tour. It's Al Jackson, Willie G, and Frank Caliendo on the road. It's going to be really cool. They're going to be in Louisville at the Louisville Comedy Club Tuesday night. Wednesday is Summit City in Fort Wayne. Thursday it's Helium. And then the weekend is Liberty Township, Greater Cincinnati. Once again, Frank Caliendo, Willie G, and our in-studio guest right now, Al Jackson. I think Frank's coming in when, tomorrow?
I think he is coming in tomorrow.
Yeah, with Willie.
I know Willie's in tomorrow, and it's Willie's birthday.
Do we have cake? Are we getting cake?
It's a secret. I've got it handled. Everybody calm down.
Okay.
All right.
Is a birthday cake a secret on your birthday?
Good point.
There's a certain aspect of it. I'm so glad you brought that up. Now go ahead, Pat. Bitch about it.
Oh, the secret is that I don't get a cake.
Well, that's not quite true.
They just go to
one.
They just go to Kroger and get me a crap cake.
It was delicious.
It was very good cake. Kroger makes very nice cake.
Yeah. Better than whatever.
My name was even misspelled. It said
Your
pot.
name was missed.
Happy birthday, Pot.
Amy can't bake a cake. I'm going to be honest.
Great at decorating. The cake is
exactly.
just horrible.
She's a spackler.
Sorry, Amy.
She's not a baker. She's a spackler.
Now, for Josh's birthday, Josh bought his first house. I got the address, went out there, took pictures of it, and Amy made a cake that looked just like his house.
It was insanely accurate.
It was great.
And Josh didn't know that we knew where he was going to be living. So that was kind of funny. Then for Pat, we got a guitar cake. Then the next year, we got him a cake from Kroger that was delicious, and Pat was all mad about it that we didn't get him a cake, like showing something that he'd recently experienced, like his mother's basement couch.
I know where you're going with that. I love the fact that you went to the basement.
Yeah, I could have gone somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it reminds me though, Pat, you had a song that I liked. We had this another one of these semi-manufactured stories.
Infidelity on the social media age. They call it micro-cheating.
Just to make your life that much more miserable. Micro-cheating is apparently if you're having some kind of
texting or private messaging with somebody that your significant other doesn't know about.
Okay, I guess, yeah. Now, see, to me, in my relationship, cheating is if we're watching a show together and I watch an episode and she's not there, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Now, do you tell her or do you pretend?
Violation.
Yeah, and then that's the thing. Then you're watching it. You're going to go. I bet this next thing, and then it happens. Oops. Yeah, that to me is micro cheating.
Yeah.
But Pat, you've got a song about this?
Yeah, this is called "If You Love Me, Will You Let Me." We've been together month now, and I have a question. Now that we're naked and all alone, I was happy to find you. I wined and dined you. So if you love me, will you let me go through your phone? So what is your password? Let me see your old photos. We all have a past, girl. Why don't you let me look inside? The tapping on the guitar and this awkward pause signifies the passage of time. Looking through old photos, her DMs and texts, roughly about 3 minutes out. Who's the guy naked on the bed? Who's Big D, 69? Who's the dude in the dick pic with a mole? Al, I know that it's not mine. Thank you, AT&T, for that lesson on male anatomy. Oh, I should have left it all alone and never went through your phone. Damn, if you love me, why'd you let me become a guy with penis envy? Oh, if you love me, why'd you let me? Why let me go through your phone? You never should have did that.
Thank you very much. Patty G. Al, have you ever what's the word?
Been caught red-handed cheating with my phone? Yes, Tom, I have.
No, I was going to say, have you ever sent a so-called dick pic?
No. If I did, it was early DP years. Before, it's too much evidence. And first of all, women don't want them. And the ones that do want them, you've probably already been intimate, so you're like, just wait for the real thing. Mm-hmm. I just think it's evidence that you're sending to somebody. I don't like that.
Yeah, I can't. I don't find it at all erotic.
Christy, do women like that at all?
I have in my lifetime, I have only received one.
Did you solicit it?
No.
Oh.
Was it from a comedian from this show?
No, it was not.
The unsolicited DP is a real bold move.
It was
unless it's dressed up for the holidays.
It was.
I think if it's got a theme, if it's like little Peter Cockentail, would that be?
It was somebody I just started dating, and I had not even seen it
Did
yet.
you continue dating?
Whoa, that was the intro.
Right? It was shocking. It was like, whoa, wait a minute.
I was talking to a female comedian friend of mine that I hadn't talked to in years last week, and we just got started on when she started the business around 2007, 2008, and she was like, if you knew how many comics and people in the business just would just send them.
What?
We would do a show. I'd say, good show, Christy. You'd say, good show, Al. You'd go to your hotel, and by the time you got to your door, just picture. It's like you have to see that person.
Like we would send each other pictures?
No, the comics would just send her.
Jeez.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
To the point where I told her she should start a coffee table book, and she was like, I have hundreds.
Are you kidding me?
Do you have?
Now, Christy, the one you got, was it angry?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the only way to go.
Yeah,
isn't
you
it?
don't want to see it.
Did you continue dating this person for a while?
Yeah.
Was it a turnoff?
No, it was shocking. It wasn't a turn on. It wasn't a turn off. It was just a shock.
Did he, in order to facilitate taking the photograph, did he need one of those extender arms, the selfie stick? Because then at least you'd be impressed.
Take two photos.
Had to use the panorama on the phone.
This was a long time ago.
Okay, apparently very long. Well, now we'll catch up with all
Funny,
this.
if you're listening, it was a long time ago.
We'll catch up with this a little bit later on. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show. His work with Sticks, and he's going to be doing some solo stuff for us.
Cool.
We have a performance room right next to this room. You can see through the glass. There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear? Greg found all the drumsticks.
Yeah, you need a couple more.
Can you hear us?
I'm back.
All right.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
All right. Hold on.
Okay. Are you going to...
Is there a? Is this?
I date tons of chicks. Well, I date one, but she weighs tons. Come on. Take your top off. Hey, Christy, what's in the news?
He likes those symbols.
That's very nice. Is that song called "Take Your Top Off"?
Yeah, that's my new tune. Big hit.
I like that
Let
very
me
much.
test you guys. You guys know music, right?
All right. Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay. What song is this? What song is this? Name that tune.
Well, there's about 10,000
Yeah,
songs.
let's start that way.
That's the B-52's Love Shack. I thought you guys knew music. How about this one?
Love Shack.
Walk like an Egyptian. Come on!
That was good. That was very nice. Can I do requests?
Certainly.
Can you do Mississippi Queen?
Whoa, where's, hold on.
You need cowbell.
Here we go. Come on. That's all I know.
That was beautiful. You nailed it.
Hey, wait, what about a Honky Tonk Women from the Stones?
How's that go?
No, you got to get
need
the cowbell. You got to get. I thought you knew music.
Come on.
I didn't know you were going to spin it on me.
There we go.
That's not it.
What's
It's
this?
dun, dun,
That's Mississippi Queen again.
Oh, how about this song right here?
I don't know.
That's a Pink Floyd tune right in the middle of the song. There we go. A little power, a little thunder for you.
I give up.
All right,
What was that one?
I know, I was just laying down some funk. Okay, what's going on?
Lay it down.
Greg Hahn is our guest.
Hi, Christy Lee here. How would you like to go on vacation with me? No, seriously. Join me September 28th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. We'll travel through the charming countryside and also experience the historic cities of London and Edinburgh. Experience the best of Britain's rolling countryside and bustling cities rich in history and culture. We'll see the iconic landmarks of London. Visit the storybook villages of Oxford, Chester, and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon. We'll behold regal jewels of Edinburgh's castle and visit the medieval walls of York. This and so much more. The best part? Colette makes travel easy, including flights, meals, hotels, sightseeing, and local experiences. It's all planned for you. You can just sit back and have the time of your life. Don't miss your chance to see Britain with me. This is going to be a great group and an amazing trip. I already know we're going to have so much fun. Call Colette at 800-581-8942 or visit bobandtom.com to learn more. Don't miss out. Call Colette at 800-581-8942.
If you take a girl to dinner and she asks the maitre d' for a better table, she's never going to be satisfied with anything in her whole life.
That's one of the rules.
One of the rules in here.
That's
Just
one of
go
the
to the
rules.
bathroom and go right out the window.
Oh.
Leave your car, buy another one, it'll be cheaper.
Tom has one of those rules.
That's one of the rules in this book.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Watch the way that a date treats
A waiter.
a waiter or waitress,
or
because
waitstaff,
that's how
yes.
they'll treat you in 3 months.
Yep.
That's the rule of thumb.
Well, that's more about one of those people who you just can't please.
Okay, you have a song
I have
about
a little
that?
song about
Okay,
that.
All right.
go ahead.
Took her to Hawaii. The waterfalls made my hair frizzy. Went to Vegas too. The lights gave me a migraine. Then we went to Paris. I didn't like the fries. No one ruins love like you. Took her off to Rome. There were too many Italians. Had the finest pasta. I don't eat carbs. Saw the Sistine Chapel. That made my neck hurt. No one ruins love like you. The beaches of Tahiti. There was nowhere to pee-pee. Full moon up above. That was kind of creepy. The finest hotel. I thought it was seedy. We made passionate love. both. I couldn't see the TV. The pyramids of Egypt, that made my skin dry. The Taj Mahal, too. That was too drafty. The Leaning Tower of Pisa, I would sue the contractor. No one ruins love like you.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials not to hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
So how about giving Bob and Tom VIP a try? Get the link at bobandtom.com.
.com, a special live performance day down the road.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee.
Hey, Josh.
Where are you at, honey? The
Where am
Silac
I
Insurance
at?
Company news desk.
Where are you at, honey?
I'm wherever you need me to be, babe.
HR just texted you.
I thought I'd try to be playful. Did it come out? It didn't come across as
Yes,
like.
it did. It was cute.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a grammar issue, a number of things.
It was cute.
There's Godwin over there. Who am I looking at? There's Jeff Oskey at the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk.
Are you drunk?
I'm Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios, and there's Tom. Not drunk, happy.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. With us in the studio, comedian Al Jackson is here with us.
Not to Josh.
Well, you're not here.
Sorry, usually I go, hey, man, by the way, Tom, who do we have special guest? And I just forgot to.
Okay, good. That's very nice.
Because you're so part of the family. Then.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Now, a couple things I wanted to get to. I am disputing the story that people are going to be using potatoes instead of eggs for their Easter decorations.
Look, this story does not say people are or people will. They're saying people can.
And I'm saying it's one of those phony manufactured stories that some intern came up with.
Well, we're talking about it, though.
No kid is going to want to go out in the yard looking for potatoes.
What difference does it make? They don't eat the eggs anyway.
No, but don't you understand tradition and fertility and all these things about that's what that's what the eggs in the spring and I don't know. I just think it's.
If you
Here comes Peter Tater-tail hopping down the tuber trail.
It's just an alternative.
Peel the spuds and.
If you have young kids and the tradition isn't established, then you establish a potato-based tradition.
And then the kids will be freaks for the rest of their life. Some psychiatrist 40 years down the road. Well, Jimmy, that's why you're a weirdo. Your parents gave you potatoes at Easter.
Well, eggs are crazy.
Yeah.
But
everything
is think of the incredibly crazy traditions we have. Nothing makes sense. But the Easter it involves fertility and I mean eating chicken eggs is weird. But delicious.
Yeah.
Why do we eat beef but we don't eat dog? I mean, a person from Mars would go, why aren't you eating dogs? And it's because dogs are so sweet and they're such good boys and girls. That's why. But you try to explain that to a Martian. I rest my case.
Well, you know what?
That was Martian.
That was a succinct argument.
Didn't even say
He should have been standing on a porch with a beer, yelling that at a car driving away.
If you say Martian instead of alien, you're already.
No, there is no way anyone is going to be making potatoes. Their kids search for potatoes in the yard. Get the plastic eggs. Get the plastic eggs and fill them with candy. Yes, they were.
No, they weren't. They weren't saying have a potato hunt. They were saying you can decorate potatoes as need be. And
coffee filters.
Yes,
by the way,
a way to use our product more.
Wouldn't potato hunt be like the worst pitch ever for a TV show? And then this is almost like you remember the famous Mel Brooks movie where they say, what would be the worst play we could ever make?
Sure, the producers.
The producers, and they make Springtime for Hitler.
Yeah.
Would you think Potato Hunt would potentially be the least?
Scam all the people.
But in our society, if Netflix did it right, are you telling me half this country wouldn't be watching Potato Hunt?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They watch fake cake shows.
Yeah, exactly. Is it cake? Yeah, I think I'd be down with a little Potato Hunt.
Have you ever watched Is It Cake? That show is just mesmerizing.
I just get mad whenever it's not cake.
Just frustrates me.
Josh is pitching the show, Why Isn't It Cake?
Why can't they all be cake is my favorite show.
I see.
Did you guys see last week's episode of Cake?
Christy Lee is at the Bob and Tom news desk. No more phony stories about kids looking for...
We're blessed not to have to worry about that.
Okay, fine.
West Iceland has a local brewery that's making a genuinely unusual beer. If you didn't like Potato Hunt, you're going to love this. For the last 10 years, Steady Brewery is producing a seasonal beer called Hvalur, made with whale testicles that have been smoked in sheep dung.
Yum! Wow. We went from good to great.
Just stop at smoked.
Yeah.
And you're good.
Here's the description of the beer from the brewery's website. During the Icelandic season, where people gather in celebration and eat old traditional Icelandic food.
Too long, didn't read.
Such as rotten shark, soured whale fat, rammed testicles, etc. We wanted to brew the perfect beer for the festival. Its ingredients: pure Icelandic water, barley, berry hops, sheep dung, and smoked whale balls.
See, it starts out like one of those normal...
You said testes before.
One of those normal macho beers. You know, those craft brewer. They're always doing something weird.
Macho.
Yeah. No, it's like, it's got berry hops and Icelandic water and smoked whale testicles. And they're smoked in peach dung. Sheep dung.
Sheep dung. Peach dung would be really
Yeah, peach dung might be
impossible to find.
That's only in the summer. That's available.
Due to a lack of trees in Iceland, they used sheep dung to smoke the balls, apparently. It gives the beer an excellent smoke taste. A smoke taste you have not tried before, they say.
It tastes like
the beer.
Like the custodian's testicle cheese. Why do people do this?
Job isn't done till you smoke the balls. I think, right?
You're right. You're right.
But see, this is this is based on an Icelandic tradition, though. Much the way we go after Easter eggs.
Like the rotten shark is crazy.
Yes.
And didn't I just read where Iceland is like the happiest country in the world or some crazy thing?
So, wait a minute.
Ignorance is bliss.
Have they not realized you can import better food now? Like you don't have to eat that crap anymore?
Well, this has been a centuries-old thing of chips or whatever, buffalo chips being used as a fire.
Bring some new stuff.
And this is...
My girlfriend went to Iceland, and she had the fermented shark, and she has the most wide palate. She'll eat anything. She's tried everything. Nothing's... She said the fermented shark, she still thinks about it. It's not, unless you were born in that culture and, like, you understand that, she was like, she couldn't shake the taste.
Yeah.
I saw Andrew Zimmern from Bizarre Foods.
Right.
He did it.
I saw that.
Yeah.
And he always takes 2 bites of everything. And normally he likes whatever weird
gagged,
stuff.
didn't he?
And he was like, I don't want to take the second bite. This is so... And he did. And he was like, this is so awful. For that guy.
What's the stuff in Scotland? Haggis?
Haggis is actually pretty good.
What is haggis?
It's like
Intestines, isn't it?
Isn't it the stomach?
Stomach, like, and just filled with meats. It's gamey and spicy.
Yeah.
I had it in Scotland and I liked it.
There's a can of haggis in the other room.
I won't
isn't there?
try that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the last thing you eat in The Walking Dead. You know, when all the good canned food is gone.
You're like, well, I finished the pumpkin pie filling. Break out the canned haggis.
And I have to correct myself. Finland is the happiest country, followed by Denmark, and Iceland was third. So apparently...
I'm American. I'm happy here.
Yeah, this says that this Icelandic craft beer they do this every year as part of a celebration. It's been a long time tradition.
Well, what do we know? Maybe it's amazing.
Maybe.
Yeah, but there's so many. Remember, we always get these crazy beers. There was the one made of shark. There was the one made of whale sperm.
The guy's beard.
There was one made of There was one. Forgive me, made from the pubic hair of
porn
Eastern European porn stars.
Get out of here.
No, really.
Oh.
He's right.
But I mean, when they say it's made from it, it's not like there's hair in it. They took a yeast, a yeast sample from the mommy parts of some model.
Right.
It's all just to be more insane and crazy and something to talk about.
They nailed it. That's disgusting.
Yeah. Now, Christy Lee, what's coming up in the news?
Well, I don't know if you heard this over the weekend, but some man tried to drop off a Diet Coke for an ancient tribe. Did you hear about this story, Josh?
No.
Yeah.
It's one of those tribes that they're not. You can't have any contact with them.
Right. They'll kill you. You don't want to get in near them.
They've actually
done that before.
Did they use the Diet Coke as a man marinade?
Well, we'll talk about it.
Remember the old cartoons with the explorer standing in the big cauldron?
Yeah.
That's not too far from what happened to the guy.
Not too far.
Okay.
But we'll find out about that coming up. Speaking of beverages, I was talking to Al about this. Java House is now our official coffee here in the Bob and Tom
Peel and
Show.
pour, baby.
Now, Josh, if you got your little peel and pour.
I love it. I have one. I've actually already done it. It took me all of 4 seconds to open up the peel and pour pod.
I got one right here. Look at this. It looks like a Keurig cup. It's a little bit bigger. You could probably just barely get a golf ball in this little tiny thing. But it's a concentrate of, this happens to be cold brew Colombian.
Ooh, that's my fave.
And you can drink this hot or cold, by the way. Cold brew is how it is brewed over a long period of time cold. And then it can be, you can down it hot or cold. And they've got everything. At Java House, the idea is to revolutionize coffee both in your home and at the office. You can get rid of the dirty Keurigs and have these guys here. I happen to like the tea.
I just made the black tea myself.
There we go.
In cold water, so now I have iced tea. It's very good.
Tell me more about Java House, Josh.
Sure. But let me do that.
Josh was just staring.
This is my favorite thing.
It's time to break up with your brewer. Get started at javahouse.com and use promo code Bob and Tom to get 25% off your order. That's javahouse.com. Promo code Bob and Tom. That's all one word. Java House. It really is barista quality, and I think you'll find it takes far less time than dealing with those silly machines or pots or messy contraptions. Ew.
The percolator. Remember the commercial?
Oh, yeah.
Ba-da-ba-da-bop-bop, ba-da-bop-bop. You could, by the time you sing, here, I'll do it.
Exactly right.
By the time I sing this song, you could have made your Java House coffee.
Yeah.
Ba-da-da-da-dop-dop, da-da-da-dop-dop,
Already done.
peel and pour. I haven't even finished my jingle.
Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show. Thank you so much, Java House. Now, Al, they did not go with Java the Hutt. I thought they should have done that.
That's really.
But apparently, Disney and Lucas get a little litigious.
I don't like that so much.
It's Java House. Thank you very much. Now, we're hanging out with comedian Al Jackson. Al is going to be joining Frank Kelly and doing Willie G, little mini tour, starting Tuesday evening in Louisville at the Louisville Comedy Club. Then it's the Summit City in Fort Wayne Wednesday, Thursday, Helium, and then on Friday and Saturday, Liberty Township, Greater Cincinnati. They'll be hanging out, having a great time. And Al will be part of the show.
I cannot wait to see my boys. We're going to do my home state, Ohio. What's up?
And Willie G will be our guest tomorrow. He is having his birthday tomorrow. Yay. All right. Now, we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Greatness isn't given. It's earned. It starts from the ground up with every step, every move, every moment. Because when the game is on the line, you need the best. The new Sport Athletic Performance Insole from Orange Insoles. Stability, support, dominance. Orange Insoles, because greatness starts from the ground up, even when you're sitting down.
I'm it's Donnie Baker. It's come to my knowledge and attention that some dick named Scott Potasniks, Potsickers, whatever his last name is, has been bragging about going behind the scenes. Well, I got a backstage pipe. I had a backstage pipe. I'm allowed in here. This is a recording studio where Bob and Tom do a lot of their stuff. It's called the Static Shack. I swear to God, man, look at this right here. Spiral staircase. I mean, this is as close as I'll ever come to visiting Graceland. Man, the fact remains they've got everything here. Look at this. They got twin towers. That's what I call them. One commode next door to another commode. I swear to God, you could drop a deuce and play Battleship. This right here is the actual behind the scenes of the Bob and Tom store. I bet you didn't know they had a store. They have to. It's state law. And if you buy stuff from bobandtom.com, you have to get it here. All kinds of tapes, countless tapes. Even got a computer, and look, mobile staircase on wheels. You can make your own Paula Abdul videos. They even got Donnie Baker tapes. I swear to God they do. This one's mine. Prove it. And I don't care if there's a barcode. Don't fit. Yeah, man, there's more halls here than Al Capone's vaults from during medieval times. Matter of fact, somebody's in here working. Hey, man, I got a backstage pass. PJ Yingers does a bunch of the artwork on the Bob and Tom albums and stuff. And he don't care. We come in here, sit on the couch and everything. No. Now, I swear to God he does. I'm allowed in here. And if we chit-chat and do all... And what are you going to do about... Man, they've got everything here. This is basically Bob and Tom's Hall of Fame. You can see the Bob and Tom band, and obviously you can tell Bob's a big fan of the Beatles. There's so much in here. This is going way back. This is basically Bob and Tom's version of the History Channel. Archival tapes back before AM was even a band. I swear to God, I've looked for my roots in here. It's a lot better than Ancestry.com. Matter of fact, I got a membership and a password, and when I uploaded my picture, they transferred me to Ancestries.com. Explain that, chick. Come down here. Tell me this ain't badass. Bob and Tom got their very own strobe light. I got one too, but I still got 6 more payments at Spencer's. But there is probably the best place in the entire recording studio to shoot a porno, right here in this hallway. And with the strobe light, you can make the good ones. Anal. What's in here? I think this goes right into... Oh, hey, it's Alan Jackson. He's the recording master here at the Static Shack, bragging about how he has Dolby sound and bass, whatever.
Donnie.
I got better on Pioneer speakers. He probably makes $400 grand a year just sitting there.
Again?
Huh?
Look, I told you I need at least a 5.5-week notice before you show up.
Them faders need WD-40, and they're supposed to be even. I swear to God they are.
Well, some people call them faders. I call them sliders.
Those will give you farts. I swear to God they will. Alan Jackson.
Get Donnie. We're busy.
Okay, whatever. Prove it. Well, we basically reached the focus point of this entire tour. This is where it happens. Right here. These are real drums. This is where bands come in to record acid rock tapes. You can name them all. Most of my bands, Dirt Knuckle, Hood Snot, Mucus Plug, but that was during our Christian rock days. But you can tell, real pine wood recording panels. They've even got soundproof herpes. There's everything in here, and this is where the music is made. And this room here, this is I don't know what this is, but it basically reminds me of every haunted house I've ever been to. Watch your step. Watch your step. All right, now you've seen the bands. This is where some of the radio stuff happens. Come on in here. This is where Bob and Tom behind scenes types do a lot of their funny skits. I swear to God.
I built myself a shelter out of plankton and chicken bones.
It's the Mr. Obvious show. I love you guys.
No,
which one's Mr. Obvious? Are you the caller? Or?
No, it's Sid and Bart.
Yeah.
Wait, you're the dick on the news that...
No.
Say Fox 59.
I'm not going to do that Fox 59.
This is a guy that knows the Powerball numbers. I swear to God he does. I could hold you for ransom.
Yeah, we're security.
I'll manipulate it.
Yeah.
Now we're at the epicenter of this stupid place. This is Tom Griswold's office, bragging about I went to an Ivy League college, and it really ain't that big. Hell, my boss Randy's got a bigger office than this. Look. Got aluminum siding for walls. All these stupid pictures that he thinks are cool. Anybody can own a cartoon. And look, I'm glad to see Tom saved up to get Liberace's jacket. I'll say it right to his face. I swear to God, man.
I just ran into Donnie Baker in the parking lot. He said he was giving a tour of the Static Shack.
Yeah, and the dumbass didn't even go into the main studio.
You know we don't let Donnie into the main studio. Besides, I've got a session for Tom in a few minutes with 6 Hobo.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee sitting at the Silac Insurance Company news desk.
Hey, Josh.
Pat Godwin's in the performance room.
Hello, 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 hello.
Jeff Oskey's across the way in the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk.
Hello, Josh.
I'm Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer Jewelers Sidekick Chair. Remember, Steven Singer's limited edition, brand new Blue Moon 24-karat gold dipped rose for Mother's Day. Available now. Limited quantity, though, so hurry up. Get yours at IHateStevenSinger.com. We're all happily seated in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studio. And, Tom, we have two very special guests with us this morning.
You almost got it right, Josh. I
think I got everything right.
I was really proud of you.
What did I get wrong?
Oh, we're not all seated in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studio.
Pat's in the performance.
We had to move Pat Godwin.
Boy, that is picky.
Yeah, that
really
is picky.
nitpicky.
Sorry about the gas, everybody.
That filter on that camera took 10 years off your life.
Really, I should use this all the time. Then. Thank you very much for the lack of compliment.
You look like that guy that hosts the dog show. What's his name?
Caesar Milan.
Oh.
No, the other guy.
Jay Peterman from...
that guy, the actor that plays Jay Peterman. Don't you think so with that light on? Now, joining us in the studio, a good friend of ours. He is comedian Al Jackson.
What up?
Al Jackson, currently on tour with Frank Caliendo and Willie G. And just joining us in the studio, it's Mr. Derrick Stroup.
Yeah.
Hi, Derrick.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hi,
Good to see you, Derrick.
Good. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure to have you here. Hailing from Harvest, Alabama.
Yeah, originally that's the starting point there, right outside of Huntsville, about 20 minutes.
Did you go to high school there?
Yeah, I did.
What your team were the Fighting what?
Well, I don't know if there was much fighting because we were the Senators.
Oh, then
yeah, it was a tough mascot, especially in a land full of tigers and bears and dragons. We were the Senators.
Yeah, I don't feel bad. I was a prepper.
Before
prepper meant storing ammunition and water. as Al will tell you, it meant that we had Madras football uniforms.
Derrick, you're a prepper. Y'all run out of the bunker to start the game. I like that.
Yeah. Now you're a big guy. Were you a football player in high school?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I grew up in Alabama. You don't have a choice. But yeah, I grew up playing a lot of football, a lot of basketball. I was a tight end back in the day.
Got them soft hands.
That's right, man. Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
In Alabama, there's not much of a choice, but yeah, love it.
Now, are you a married guy, single guy? I've never met you before.
Well, I recently, this past year, I got engaged for the first time, so that's exciting. I've been 40 years old. I've been on the run for a while, so
she finally caught you.
Yeah. It's pretty exciting. We get married here in a month, but
oh wow,
yeah. No, I got a good woman. She's from Kansas. Everybody should get a partner from Kansas. That's what I tell people.
Oh, yeah?
Very easy to impress. No, I mean, really, she's from a town of like 90 people. I show her a 4-story building. She's like, how'd they get up there? I'm like, elevators, baby. I'm going to show you the world, No, but no, she's great. We're really excited, man.
Good.
Now, I just was handed your schedule. When are you getting married? What day?
It's Mother's Day weekend. I believe it's May. What is that? 10th or 11th? You'll see. There's a small gap.
I see. I was just gonna say this sheet's got like 90 dates on it. I thought, apparently in your honeymoon you're playing the Pensacola Sanger Theater.
Set after our reception. She doesn't know that yet. It's a don't tell. She'll never know about it.
He's rushing the preacher he's like, do you? He's like, pick it up. Let's go.
You got the light 10 minutes ago.
There's the light. Shut up. Say I do.
May 11th is Mother's Day this year.
Yeah, May 10th is
your wedding.
Yeah, May 10th is that.
Are you getting married in Kansas?
Oh no, we should have. I guarantee you, the bottom line would be a lot nicer to look at. We'd rent a barn and have barbecue, and it'd be $14.
Yeah.
But
also, the way things work in Kansas, you're gonna have to knock her up on Mother's Day. It's the law, son. There's a shotgun in your ass.
It's the law. Yeah, you're probably right. No, we're getting married down at the beach, so it'll be exciting. Yeah.
Well, that's nice. Now, I'm looking at your schedule. You're doing a lot of opening for John Christ.
Yeah.
Or as we like to call him this season, John Christ.
Yeah.
I wonder how many times he's gotten that. I'm getting introduced on stage, and this guy's fumbling with, well, tonight it's John Christ.
It happens all the time. Well, he has an intro video to his show where he did like a flyover with a plane that has his name on the back of it. Welcome to the John Christ Show. And they they misspelled it. It says welcome to the John Christ Show, and it flew right over the beach in the middle of the day. I mean, it happens all the time. I mean, Christ to Christ, it happens quick.
Wow, that is great. You're doing a bunch of opening for him. Omaha, Wichita, Tulsa, Sacramento, Fresno. You'll be at the Soroyan Theater coming up on April 18th. San Diego, Fort Myers, Tampa, Pensacola, April 27th. And then that's when you do your D.C. Comedy Loft, and pretty soon you're getting married. You got a big gap there.
Yeah.
Honeymoon planned?
Yeah. Well, I go out on the road with my good buddy Nate Bargatze as well.
Who?
I just don't. Yeah, I know. I hadn't heard of him either. Well, we'll see. I'm hoping he's selling good, and there's some decent crowds. But yeah. I don't have it on my schedule, but I'll be out with him some too. That's where some of those gaps are.
Nate and I came up in New York together, and I remember and this is 2009, 2010. No, Nate, my whole career, and I remember just watching him on stage, like, I love this guy.
Yeah.
And to see him blow up like this, it reaffirms that, like, good stand-up is still appreciated. He doesn't have a gimmick. He's like that off stage.
For sure.
Best dude ever.
Yeah, I mean, Al nailed it. That's exactly right. I mean, on and off stage, same deadpan, same delivery, super funny guy. And I mean, you know, he's just up there telling jokes. There's no magic tricks. It's just zinger after zinger.
But isn't his dad a magician?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
cool. I remember the first time he was in here, I was so fascinated by that.
Well, not just a magician, but a showman. I mean, Stephen Bargatze puts on a show that I'm talking about
to this day.
Till this day. Yeah. Well, I mean, a really, really fun show. I mean, he's a great entertainer, and just like, I mean, on and off stage. I mean, you got to stay on your toes when you're around Nate's dad, because he's quick witted. He's a fun dude.
I see a father-son tour coming up.
They have. Yeah, man. Yeah.
We're talking with comedian Derrick Stroup. We're going to switch gears right now and head over that direction, where Christy Lee is. She's poised and ready to rock at the Silac Insurance News Desk. What do you got, Christy?
Prince William has been named the world's sexiest bald man for 2 consecutive years. The new study placed the Prince of Wales 42 ahead of contenders such as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Stanley Tucci, and Vin Diesel, as the future King of Britain retained his crown as the hottest man without hair in the 2024 survey.
Christy, is it safe to say your favorite is Statham?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not even on here. Jason didn't make the list.
Not Howie Mandel?
No, not Howie Mandel. Hollywood superstar Dwayne Johnson climbed to the second spot. Shaquille O'Neal, Jess Hooker will be happy, broke into the top 3 after he was ranked as the 9th best-looking bald man in 2023.
Would Dwayne Johnson be bald if he didn't shave his head?
I don't know.
Yeah, what are the criteria?
Right,
yeah, so do you have to be a natural bald guy?
Statham would be bald. Tucci would be bald.
Right.
How about Mr. Clean? Is he in there?
Mr. Clean's not in here.
Magoo?
No.
Is Magoo bald?
Mr.
These are
Magoo?
people that people have heard of, Tom.
Mr. Magoo?
Well,
have you heard of Mr.
We're being
Magoo?
Yeah, I've heard of Mr. Magoo, but I'm kind of caught up on. I think you should have naturally had your hair fall out to be in the competition.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? You can't, you know, be a good-looking dude, shave your head, and go, "I won."
Yeah, exactly.
This is for people cornered in this.
Professional surfer Kelly Slater, who was recently spotted catching waves with Prince Harry in California, came in 4th position, earning high scores for his golden ratio, the sheen of his scalp, and smile. Also on the list, actor Terry Crews, Taxi star Danny DeVito, Samuel L. Jackson.
Danny DeVito, really?
Vin Diesel dropped all the way down to last place.
Does Danny DeVito have sex appeal?
Doesn't he have a little bit of hair on the bottom of his head?
No, but he's a charming. I think he's such a charming guy.
Right. I've never heard a woman go, "I really."
Okay,
because we all have sort of odd crushes, but in that one I haven't heard before.
I will never forget this as long as I live, and this is going to sound like one of Tom's stories, but I was at the Polo Lounge at the Beverly Hills Hotel. And Danny DeVito was sitting in one of those banquet tables that, have like that half round.
Oh, it wasn't
thing.
a high chair?
Gosh,
no.
I was about to say.
And he had 3 He had 6 hot girls under the age of 30, 3 on each side, and he walked out with all 6 of them.
That's right.
Yeah, he did.
Was this when he and Rio were split?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I will never forget
Good
that.
for Danny.
Yeah.
So in answer to your question, apparently he does have sex appeal.
I don't know if he has sex appeal so much as
money.
Yeah. So I think that sentence ends earlier. I don't think that it's sex appeal. I think that sentence ends earlier. I don't think there's appeal.
He has sex. Yeah.
Yeah. Who needs Viagra when you've got nubile 17 or 19-year-olds?
He has an American Express black card.
I telling those girls about how he was the penguin, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "Oh, you missed it. It was good."
And they were all like, 6 feet tall.
And let me ask you this. Derrick Stroup is our guest. You're a man of a certain age. What are you, 40-ish?
Yeah, 40 on the dot.
Do you remember Yul Brynner?
Yul Brynner, I don't.
I would say, Al, wouldn't you say he was the first famous shaved head white guy?
I don't really know Yul Brynner. I kind of know him.
Oh.
What was he? What was
The King
he
and
on?
I.
The King and I.
Westworld. But yeah, this is way earlier. This is before you.
Yeah, I mean, he was, I think, a shaved head guy like in 1960.
He wasn't naturally bald. He shaved his head.
Well, he was, but he shaved all of it off.
See, if you're going to go old school like that, what about Telly Savalas?
Yeah.
This is pre-Telly.
Really?
Yeah, Telly Savalas was probably the first one you
He was like the first play, because I remember being at my grandparents' house and there would be magazines and it'd be like the players section.
Yeah.
And I just was like, I want to be a guy like that goes to Lake Tahoe with whatever card.
Diners
It was
Club.
the Diners.
Oh, it wasn't the Players Club?
The Players Club.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was like, I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. And I was like, that seemed like a different planet to me. And I was like, that's when you make it. Lake Tahoe in Club Med, wherever that is.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, the shaved white guy now is very common. Shaved head white guy, but it was back in 75, they'd assume you were having chemotherapy or something. It was not a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, if you want to bring comedy into it.
Well done. I forgive you for screwing up the previous.
He really thinks I messed that intro. He really thinks that.
No, the commercial. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the Derrick Stroup Show. Wait, this is the Bob and Tom Show. See, I mess it up and I make it work.
Oh,
Derrick is our guest here in the Bob and Tom Show. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and earlier in the show, we had our guest Al Jackson do our Shoein' of the Week pick for tonight's game.
Yeah, Florida to cover, baby.
And they're getting a 1.5.
1.5.
Okay, so we'll see. Thank you very much. Our guest
Just
also
bringing that up? Okay. No real reason, just talking.
Because everybody's talking about the game. It's the national championship.
That's fine.
Is there one person that really wants us to talk about it?
we should explain to Derrick.
Josh and Tom.
Josh don't watch basketball.
Josh has never watched a basketball
Yeah, that's
game.
fine. But you brought it up for literally no reason just now. Because you didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
If you're going to point out my flaws, it's going to get it.
You ever been in the car with a couple that's fighting but not yelling?
Yes.
Yeah, and you want to jump in, but you can't find a good spot, you know?
You feel really awkward because you don't know what to do.
All of you just shut up. Tom and I have some stuff to work out.
Not passive aggressive at all, just aggressive.
Let's get back to our guest. I don't know anything about Derrick Stroup. Let me ask you this, Derrick. I got to see if I have any money. I think I have $1.
Oh.
This ought to be good.
Oh, yeah, I got a $5. Okay, Derrick.
A bounce, I guess.
If you get this question, you get $5. Ready?
Okay. Well, this will be good.
Derrick and the Dominoes.
Yep.
Great band. You familiar with them?
I am.
Oh.
Yeah.
Name me any of the Dominoes.
Oh, I mean, I would like to start off with Derrick.
Okay. Okay. Name Derrick.
Bravo. Yeah. I mean, I should.
Who's Derrick?
Who is Derrick?
Yeah.
Derrick and
Time's up.
It's hard to put into words, isn't it? Derrick is.
He's a lot of things if you really know him.
He really is. Yeah. He's complicated.
Derrick, of course, is Eric Clapton. Derrick and the Dominoes. It was a trick question.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I feel like I kind of got around it at first.
No, I thought you knew.
Yeah.
I was worried about my $5.
No, that's two. What was the bald-headed guy we were just talking about? Brenner?
Oh,
Yul Brenner.
Derek and the Dominoes.
Yeah.
If I was 64, I'd be all over this trivia right now. I'm over
Welcome
here 40
to the
getting
show,
beat
honey.
up. I'm like, man, can we talk about the Ninja Turtles?
Who's the most famous bald white guy of your era?
Most famous bald white guy of my era.
I mean, comedian-wise.
Immediately, I'm going to say Mr. Clean is who I grew up watching on TV. But besides that, I mean, immediately, because whoever's fresh in your mind, Scott Van Pelt's the person that comes to mind immediately. But I know there's other people. But I've never taken note of bald people and gone, this is a pretty successful bald guy.
Yes.
Elmer Fudd.
What about
Elmer
Captain
Fudd?
Picard?
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart.
Bruce Willis. I heard somebody say Bruce Willis is a good one.
Yeah.
First, that's definitely. Could you imagine him with hair? That'd be.
Well, I can because I watched Moonlighting.
Yeah, he came out with hair.
Here we go.
Very thin hair.
But that goes back to the question, Derek. Is Bruce Willis bald? Because he had like the stubble in Die Hard, where you could see the outline of the hair.
But he is bald, yeah.
But he is. So does that count in this contest as bald?
Yes.
Or is it like Michael Jordan bowling ball bald?
No, I think it should be the Bruce Willis kind of bald.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But even the baldest of men still have that kind of tonsure thing going.
Yeah.
And but if they shave that off, then they become eligible for this contest. I guess technically Prince William still has the hair around the side. Right?
He does.
Yeah.
So you would never consider shaving the rest of it off?
No. I cling to these like I cling to my pubic hair. I should probably explain to Derek. Derek, I'm also going bald down there. I have a pubic comb over.
Well, great.
It's great. Unless there's a stiff, if there's a stiff breeze, it's a little embarrassing.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'd hate to see the wind flap that.
Yeah. Matt, do you have a song? You have your guitar in your hand.
Yeah, we this is a possible sing along. Here we go. Tommy G and little old me are on the sexiest list for a bald man. Some ladies are fine with a noggin that shines. They think it's stray sexy.
Bald man.
Just look at Jason Statham. Christy thinks that he is pretty. Dwayne Johnson is the Rock, bald and very witty. Oh, but his hair he did lose. The strands are no longer there, so he shaved his head, and he has women to spare. He's a bald man. Prince William's the sexiest. Bald man. I wear a baseball cap. Bald man. Nobody voted for me. Bald man. When my son's face clears up, his next biggest fear is that he'll be like his dad. Bald man. While he's jerking and eating, Josh's hair is receding, but he's a big sexy
bald man. He's jerking and eating. I love that new verse.
You didn't write that.
Tom wrote that, Josh.
I forgot to ask, Derek, do you have hair under the hat?
Do I have hair under the hat? Yeah, I do.
Okay,
sure.
good for you. Me too.
Sorry, we were switching. I go, is that code? Is that, yeah.
Well, this guy seems like he has hair under the hat.
Hair under the hat. You know what I mean? Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay, welcome to the show. Now, we have to find out more about your impending nuptials.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm going to tell you about how to feel safe at home. Did you know that this is interesting, most home robberies occur during the day? It's not some stealthy guy at night. That's why you want to have Simply Safe, so you can keep track of your house when you're not there. Don't worry about the cloak of night. Worry about the cloak of the sun. This is where Simply Safe comes in. We have it here at the Bob and Tom Studios, both in the parking lot, in the hallways, et cetera, et cetera. Simply Safe, millions of Americans enjoy the new standard in home security with greater peace of mind. And they call it Simply Safe because it's so easy to install. Chick's the first one to do it here. And he did it. He's actually moved his system 3 times. And right now, I believe he has 11 cameras, which is absolutely staggering. Something new from Simply Safe, Active Guard Outdoor Protection. You can actually have them watching your house live in real time, and agents can activate spotlights, et cetera, and see what's going on at your place. And so can you. No long-term contracts are necessary. There's no cancellation fee. See what the various plans are by visiting simplysafetom.com. And by the way, you can claim 50% off a new system today. That's simplysafetom.com and get a professional monitoring plan and get your first month for free with 50% off today. That's simplysafetom.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe. Coming up, Christy Lee's at the news desk. What do you got over there?
Well, we still are going to talk about bald men. We also have a giant balloon on the loose. We have a dachshund that's missing. Boy, I know this is going to hold you guys riveted. And taking your screen to bed with you. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Something we've talked about before.
I'm again skeptical.
Okay.
I don't see a difference between reading a book and holding a screen.
Okay.
We'll have to see.
Except when you take a book and you go like this with your fingers, it doesn't get bigger. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
I'll tell you what, Miss Pat, that was really good. That was really, really funny. And I tell you, I am going to take you out to dinner.
Really? You gonna take me?
I promised. Yeah, I'm gonna take you out to dinner. You wanted the custom sushi?
Yep.
I got a great sushi place. We'll have a great dinner. And you eat sushi?
Yes, I do. And what about dancing?
This is like a small place. They don't have a dance floor, so
It doesn't matter. I can teach you how to dance, Tom.
no. But I can't dance anyway. I'd be
I can teach you how to dance, Tom.
Okay.
All right, Tom. I'm gonna teach you how to dance. You ready? Come on.
Do I just?
Come on, shake it, Tom. Shake it.
What am I
Shake
shaking?
it.
I mean, you have.
You shaking whatever this is.
Well, this is. I don't know.
It probably don't work, but come on, Tom, shake it.
Are you bouncing? Are you loosening it? Are you loose at the knees here?
I'm about to back that ass up, Tom. You ready?
Okay. You're gonna back that ass up?
Yeah,
Okay.
come on.
I do Pilates, you know.
No, don't run, don't run. Come on, Tom, drop it. Drop it.
Drop what?
Drop
Oh my
it.
God.
Drop it. Drop it. Up. Now hit the ass, Tom. Hit
Did you ever
hit
see
it.
the movie Deliverance?
Hit the ass. Tom, pat it. Pat it. Pat it. Yeah, pat it. Pat it. Pat it.
I think this may be sexual harassment.
No, I like it. He still following me. Come on, Tom. Don't ride. Hey, go on. Drop it, Tom. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it.
I think you're going to crush my knee.
No, that's your knee, Tom. It's really hard.
Yes, and I'd like to make a reservation. This is Tom. How are you? Yeah. No. Just for two. Yeah, nice quiet corner. Hey, listen, is there like a dance place near you? Some kind of funky.
Hi, Christy Lee here. How would you like to go on vacation with me? No, seriously. Join me September 28th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. We'll travel through the charming countryside and also experience the historic cities of London and Edinburgh. Experience the best of Britain's rolling countryside and bustling cities rich in history and culture. We'll see the iconic landmarks of London. Visit the storybook villages of Oxford, Chester, and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon. We'll behold regal jewels of Edinburgh's castle and visit the medieval walls of York. This and so much more. The best part? Colette makes travel easy, including flights, meals, hotels, sightseeing, and local experiences. It's all planned for you. You can just sit back and have the time of your life. Don't miss your chance to see Britain with me. This is going to be a great group and an amazing trip. I already know we're going to have so much fun. Call Colette at 800-581-8942 or visit bobandtom.com to learn more. Don't miss out. Call Colette at 800-581-8942. Authorities say a man's penis was bitten off and eaten by his dog.
Oh, why would this
Residents in the town of Herne contacted police upon the dog's incessant barking coming from the man's home in the middle of the night. First responders broke down the door to find the dog's 66-year-old owner gravely injured and rushed him to the hospital.
My Vina!
The man's male member could not be found.
In the dog's
Officials
belly.
believe the man's dog, said to be about the size of a Jack Russell, bit off the man's member and ate it.
He's adorable.
Yeah.
So small.
I believe we have a New singer here.
Oh, yeah, we do.
It's Herr Adolf Gulpenkaken.
Gulpenkaken.
Oh, my God.
Wait a minute. Adolf Gulpenkaken. Okay.
German, yes. Once again, this is about the doggy eating the schlong of this poor man.
His owner, yes.
I don't think the German would say schlong.
Well,
That's perfect.
1945. He thought it was an Oscar Mayer Wiener. That is why my doggy barked at me. He chomped on mein Wiener Pussenschaften. I've got nothing to hold on to when I pee. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
I'm Sir Adolf Frankendicken.
Oh, well, this will help.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, it's Kenny Tarmac.
Hey, Kenny, how are you?
Hey, Shooter, we just landed. I'm in ATL. Just got in from ORD through DF Dub. I had to call you guys. You got the new Barstool guys in there, huh?
That's right.
Yeah, Pat McAfee, Todd McComas are here, yeah.
I know. Listen, Pat, heard you walked away from some major coin guy. I love it. Power move. Way to blow up the flow chart, Shooter. Now, get this. Our CFO, Holbeck, he was the GM of Smearcore. His brother, not the one who ran Lucom into the ground. No, the older brother goes by Merck. He was pulling almost 40 G's on straight commission, and one day, just like you, up and said, my work's done here. Didn't even give the standard 2 weeks notice, and word has it he's making twice that much now with the remote-controlled chip clip people. So, almost exactly like your deal. Dot to dot to dot to... Hey, Stud, I was going to ask you. Hang on, I got to take you. Get Tarmac. Hey, Shooter, we just landed.
No, we're still here.
No,
what
about me? Through RD. Not much. I'm just on hold right now with that idiot punter that walked away from like $500 million.
Wait a minute. You're not on hold.
Yeah, that one.
I can hear you.
I'm going to pitch him, but I just want to wait to make sure this isn't some sort of publicity stunt. The focus group loved it. It's a spin-off idea. The sports fan that eats too much cheese and ODs on the ultimate nachos every Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah, we love it. It's called Bar Stool Softener. Well, yeah, the logo's the same, but our bar stool, zoom in. Yeah, zoom in. You'll notice the legs are a little, see that? The legs are all tapered, all four.
Sure. Is he going to re-say this? Because he's talking to somebody else.
The money's in the detail, Mike. Listen, I got to take this. Hey, Pat, love the ballsy move, guy.
Hold on, Kenny.
Let's reload for next week. I got bored now before all these Zone 4 peasants get in my way. I told you from Phoenix, we just landed.
Okay,
Let's
thanks.
move, Shooter.
All right, buddy. Very helpful.
Doing a live commercial on this show for free. Check all the info at Q95.com.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee. Al Jackson's here with us this morning. Hello. There's Jeff Oskey. I'm Josh Arnold. Pat Godwin in the performance room. Tom's there. And we have another guest, Derrick Stroup. Great to meet you, Derrick. The listeners are writing in.
Oh, awesome.
Many listeners want to know what that cologne you're wearing is. That's right.
Yeah.
They can smell it.
Man, I was already given a warning about this. They were like, we didn't book you the normal way. These guys hate cologne. I even went in to the bathroom and wiped myself down with towelettes for you very interesting people in here. My goodness. No, when you hop into a cab in New York City, I bet you love the smell. You go, now this is natural. This is what I was looking for.
I have like a weird allergy to it.
Yeah, no, he was telling me, I mean, and I go, I'm the worst person to miss this email because I love cologne. I mean, I put on cologne to take out the trash. I love cologne.
Is this a Southern thing?
I don't know if it's a Southern thing. My grandfather wore a lot of cologne, and when I was a little kid, he came and stayed like a week at our house, and he slept in my room. And I remember when he left, my pillow in my bed smelled like his cologne for like 3 weeks. And I loved it. I was like, I want to wear what he wears. And so I just started wearing cologne at a really young age. It was kind of one of those.
I went out and bought the cologne my dad used to wear.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, the smell, I think almost more than like seeing something takes you back.
Sure.
To like, I can still like smell like my grandmother's like boudoir. Remember old school women that would have like the triangular mirror?
Yes.
And there would be powder and stuff on it, just to smell the baby powder. Like,
Sure.
yeah, I remember.
What did your dad wear?
He wore Lagerfeld.
Oh, nice.
Yes, that was, you have to kind of get it from the website.
Right.
But yeah, that's the only cologne that I really own.
But do you guys, will you guys cologne up before you're on like a plane?
Look, he's like looking out for other people like him. He's like, you sit next to people. I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna hate my answer. I put on cologne for all situations. I got in my head one time. I saw this reel that came on, and this guy was blasting men that put on cologne to go to work with men.
Yeah,
and I was like, no, this. I don't wear it thinking like that. I just wear it to smell good. But like, I mean, I've done some blue collar jobs, and if I'm going to cut grass, your boy's gonna smell good while he's on the lawnmower. Yeah.
All right.
And what is the name of your cologne?
Well, I have to say, lifelong Intuition fan by Estee Lauder, but they recently discontinued that, which is heartbreaking. Y'all wouldn't understand.
We've all been there with deodorant, shampoo.
Yeah, Dolce & Gabbana, the one is what I have on. Right now. So,
see, I see it as a form of bullying.
Yeah.
You're wearing it.
Yeah. I can tell.
Yeah, it's real.
So, Derrick, when you were young and you liked your grandfather's cologne, was it weird being the only third grader wearing English leather to the school?
One time, all my friends, they invited me kind of last minute to go to a movie. My mom said I ran inside, went into the bathroom, took all my, you remember that polo green?
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
oh,
man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what my grandfather wore. And she said I just took the top off and I just dumped it all over my body. And she said when I came out of the bathroom, like nobody could be within like 30 yards. I missed the movie and she made me soak in vinegar. Yeah. And then I looked it up and vinegar doesn't even help in that situation.
Wow.
Back in the day, listen, back before the internet, parents, we just did like home, you just guessed.
Yeah.
You didn't get to Google, my son smells like cologne. You go, I just poured apple cider vinegar, lay down in it for a little bit.
Somebody's like, I think this is for bee stings.
Or for skunks.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love it.
Do you now? Is this the kind of cologne that you spray in the air and walk through it, or is this like a liquid you smear on?
I think that women spray in the air and walk through it.
Yes, that's exactly
I
right.
think men spray directly. So I'm going to step back and spray. And I mean, you know, this is maybe a big moment for me where I can be more conscious of the people that are around me. You know, because now in hindsight, if we saw maybe a smash cut of my life, there's all these people around me like, who in the what is, you know?
Ladies and gentlemen, taking the stage, Derrick Stroup.
Yeah, and then there's one woman from Kansas that goes, I don't know, I like it. I've never smelled anything like that.
And honestly, like, Derrick, I think I relate to you clearly more than anybody else in this room. Like, being a black dude, getting ready to go to the club with other black men, it was ironing clothes and putting on cologne and getting your hair right with your waves. But there is a male grooming routine, and I feel like the cologne is part of it.
For sure.
It's just, that's why you were like, even when I went to work, it's like almost like a finishing thing.
It
like,
is.
I'm ready to go now.
Yeah.
I totally get that.
Yeah, sometimes I'll forget to put it on, and I'll be going out, and I'm like, I don't have the juice right now, man. I don't have that thing that makes them go, oh, okay. Your boy Stroup over there.
So your fiance, she digs the.
She must.
Yeah. He said she must.
But Christy and I were talking about this.
Yeah.
You want whatever your girl says smells good or bad. You go with what she says.
Right.
Yeah, no, I agree. And that, I mean, there's been times where she's like, I don't love that shirt on you, and that'll damage you. You know, you'll go down. I mean, you're the only. I mean, your opinion, carries a lot of weight.
Well, just wait till you're married and you go out with her and she says, "Get this shirt." You get it the next time you have it on. She goes, "I don't like that shirt on you," and you go, "But wait a minute, you picked it." No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my life. Derrick Stroup is our guest. You're getting married real soon. I got to say one more thing. Tomorrow night, Tuesday, you're going to be in Nashville, Tennessee at the Ryman.
Ryman Auditorium. Such a historic, cool place.
With, among others, Ryan Hamilton.
Yeah, Ryan Hamilton.
One of my
Dustin
favorites.
Nickerson. Yeah, some really funny folks. We're going to be on that show. So excited. It's Nate Land Presents, part of Nate Bargatze's production team, and also part of Nashville's Comedy Fest. So thanks for mentioning that. It'll be a lot of fun.
That'll be a cool show. Speaking of on the road, Frank Caliendo doing some rare club appearances, and he's taking with him Willie G and our other guest, Al Jackson.
Yeah.
That'll be Tuesday night, Louisville, at the Louisville Comedy Club, Wednesday, Summit City in Fort Wayne, Thursday, Helium in Indy, And then Friday and Saturday, Cincy's Funny Bone in Liberty Township. We're going to come back. We have Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk. We got to find out about the impending nuptials of Captain Perfume over there. And we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
Tell us more about scatting.
Well, it's it's like in the traditional jazz sense. It's the scooter beat bada. But I mean, I don't do that. I do it to classic rock only.
Right. The most famous scat is probably the worst ever.
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra, a great artist, but the doobie, one of the worst, terrible scats. But
but I mean, it's hard. Like if you're in the car and you're listening to Led Zeppelin, it's hard not to do the bow bow bam dum doom cack cack dum bum bam 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 doom cack cack doo. So
brilliant. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got the notoriety came from the AC/DC, which really took sale, which is the dum 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 Bidun babway no dum 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 padum 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 and my girlfriend's like, most people sing the lyrics.
That's true.
Okay, I can scat Amos Moses by Jerry Reed.
Oh yeah,
let's hear it.
Please.
On that note, we have to go. Thanks for joining us.
Hunting alligator down in the swamp.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less. Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less? It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear. So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal? Yeah, more or less.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP member. First step, click the link at bobandtom.com.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Hey, hi. We're hanging out with comedian Ron Ramey. Chick McGee doing double duty. Chick's trying anything else?
What's the most dangerous thing about starting a new relationship with a girl, fellas? That's right. What kind of pet does she have?
I was going to say finding out she's a psycho.
And what does it mean about her?
Maybe depending on the kind of pet, you can tell she's a psycho right away.
This is from holytaco.com. If she has a big dog...
Yeah.
What she thinks it says about her. Mm-hmm. I'm not like those other girls with their tiny yappy dogs. Mm-hmm. I'm a strong, confident, independent woman who's making it in a man's world.
I see.
What it really says.
I love big dogs, though.
What it really says about her is a big dog says, I want a boyfriend. I want a boyfriend. I want a boyfriend. I want a boyfriend. Really? What the pet is thinking is, please stop using me as a body pillow and grinding on me in the middle of the night.
You took a perfectly good strike.
There's no grinding.
No grinding?
A small dog.
Okay.
What she thinks it says, I'm not just adorable. I'm really adorable. I'm so adorable that I have a living accessory. All the cool people are doing it. I'm just like a famous celebrity. What it really says, I want to be exactly like Paris. So if you're looking for a stupid, annoying, talentless woman like Paris Hilton with a little dog, I'm your girl.
Really?
Or maybe it says, I like a little dog.
What does the pet think?
What the pet thinks is, if that purse she carries me in is full of used condoms again today, I'm going to bite her.
I miss my ex-wife.
This is a mean website.
Here's a cat. What if she owns a cat? What she thinks it says, I'm responsible enough to care for another living creature, but I don't want to have to pay a lot of attention to it. That's why I have an animal that I could potentially leave alone for a few days, and it would be just fine. What it really says, having a cat, I don't like having guys spend the night at my house, so I adopted one of nature's ninjas to scare off any non-regular visitors using a razor-sharp pounce attack in the middle of the night.
Ouch.
What the cat is thinking, come on, dude, that I'm not familiar with, show me something dangly. I dare you. What she thinks it says owning a fish. Fish tanks are sexy. I know this is just a small bowl, but it still oozes sex. This fish depends on me, and if it lives past the first day, people are going to know that I'm responsible enough to take care of another life. What it really says, one time I had sex with a biker in the parking lot of a county fair, and he spent $26 winning me this goldfish to remember him by. I forget his name, but I call the fish Nemo.
Okay.
What the pet is thinking, that whore hasn't fed me in 6 days. My water looks and smells like a sewer. And finally, a parrot, what she thinks it says, I enjoy having a pet that's interesting and intelligent. I am an exotic person, so I have a pet that reflects my personality. What it really says, if you own a parrot and you're a girl, my grandpa died recently. He was known locally as the crazy bird guy. So he left me this temperamental, awful bird to remember him by. What the parrot is thinking, squawk, F you, F you.
Hi, this is Pat Godwin from the Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? You don't want to do that. Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcasts. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Pitching your product, pitching your store, pitching your restaurant, whatever it might be, go to Q95.com and get the details.
From the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, it's the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance Company News Desk.
Hi, Josh.
Pat Godwin in the Performance Room.
Hello.
Jeff Oskey's there at the Insoles.com Sports Desk. Howdy. I'm Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. And there's Tom. And Tom, we're joined by some wonderful guests this morning.
A handsome comedian.
Oh, see what he's doing there.
No. It's against each other.
Yeah.
Talking about that.
Yeah.
I think I know.
We have comedian Al Jackson right over there from Denver, Colorado. And we have comedian Derrick Stroup from Harvest, Alabama. And
why are you introducing us like this is an amateur boxing night?
Because it is. Now, you gentlemen, get up.
Go.
I didn't do this one by weight class.
I've been texting Derrick before the fight. Please don't hit me that hard. Texting pictures of my kids.
A couple things. Al has a new stand-up special called The Beautiful Thing on his Patreon. It's Al Jackson 24/7?
Yeah, patreon.com/Al Jackson 24/7.
All right.
Okay, and then Derrick, it's my understanding, I have not heard it, but you have a comedy album called Eating Dinner Twice.
Yes, I do. Yeah, it is available everywhere. I released it last year on Larry the Cable Guy's record. So yeah, that's a fun one for sure.
I love that.
Get Her Done Records.
Yeah, Get Her Done Records.
That's right. Now, we were just talking off the air about something, and Derrick coughed up this trivia fact.
Okay.
He mentioned that he just moved to New York City.
Correct.
So I asked him, do you have a car? Because keeping a car in New York City, which I have done, and it's not worth it. But you told me you don't drive at all.
No, I do not drive at all. I haven't drove in 14 years. So I mean, sometimes I'll park the car in the parking lot, and the adrenaline is unreal. Yeah, like we'll get to Cracker Barrel and I'll go, let me back it in. Very old time's sake. Let me show you, Big Dog still got it.
Yeah, so you don't like driving, or
no. 14 years ago, I in what kind of started my comedy career and changed my life, I got 2 DUIs in 6 months. And I say 6 months because it sounds better than 4. I don't drink anymore. Nobody has to worry about me out there. But I gave up driving. I'd never even had a speeding ticket in my life, and I had those two incidents happen, and it just kind of shell shocked me. And I just gave up driving immediately, and I gave up drinking about 4 years ago. But what's funny is, okay, y'all get it. But listen, what's funny about this is I tell this story about a year ago. I'm out on tour with Bert Kreischer, and we're sitting on his bus, and he goes, "Hey, man, how does somebody from Harvest, Alabama get into comedy?" And I tell him this story. I tell him about the DUIs and what type of position it put me in and how it changed my life. And I tell him at the end, I go, and, I haven't drank in 4 years. I haven't drove in 14. And Bert's looking at me, and he puts out his cigar. And if y'all know anything about cigars, that's quite the commitment. And he goes, "Man, I've heard a lot of DUI stories." And he goes, "They never end this way." He goes, "They all end the same way. They all end with, 'Hey, Bert, I have not drank in 14 years. He goes, "You just looked at me and said you have not drove in 14 years. He goes, "Derrick, I think you're the first person I've ever met that gave up the vehicle and not the booze." and he's so right, because at the time I can remember thinking, this Jim Beam's not the problem. This Camry's bad luck. I was like, I'm very good at drinking. They just get mad every time. I mean, the Camry's a V6. I don't know what they're mad at. It's a decent vehicle, but 14 years haven't.
But living in a rural area.
Yeah, no, I didn't. That was the toughest part. Only a couple years in a rural area, and then I moved to Denver. And I lived in downtown Denver, just a few blocks from Coors Field, for a decade, and Uber and Lyft and all that definitely made that possible. Yeah.
Okay, that all kicked in, because I know a couple people that don't drive, and it's not easy.
Seems freeing.
Yeah. It does, in a way.
If you live in the right place, it seems very like...
Oh, if you live in a place where you can walk everywhere, or if you're in New York and you can take the subway or whatever, that's great.
Yeah, New York is a different beast. I mean, in Denver, I only Ubered and Lyft, and I'll be honest, I mean, Al will know this, Denver is a scooter city.
Yes.
And so you can run your errands and live your life in downtown Denver on a scooter. I know it's hard to wrap your head around, but you can. Now, it doesn't, when I'm leaving the grocery store and I have 7 bags on the handles, it doesn't look like I'm doing great. I'll be honest. I'm doing better than I look when I'm holding a gallon of milk headed down Broadway.
You got to get 2 to balance it.
Yeah.
2 of everything.
1 gallon, I'm just doing circles. King Soopers parking lot. Somebody buy another gallon.
Now, are you a cook? You're a man of a certain size. You played football.
Yeah.
Do you cook for yourself?
Yeah, I love to cook. I mean, I'm not somebody that I don't do any complicated recipes. I'm a crock pot guy, pretty easy stuff. But I learned how to cook at a young age because, I mean, I've been a big guy my whole life, and I can remember at a young age my mom being like, "If you're going to eat at this rate, you're going to have to make some stuff." Yeah. So I can remember being like 7 years old, being like, "I think the bologna's ready to be flipped." So I've been cooking for a while. I like to eat more than I like. Like, I watch a lot of chefs on TV, and I don't really pay attention to the recipe. I'm there for the finished. Yeah, exactly. I want to see that bite. Yeah.
Oh, so you watch those cooking shows like I watch porn? I just fast forward to the end.
Yeah, that's
I just want the money.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Now, do you eat any unusual food? Any unusual Southern type stuff that you miss?
No, I mean, I tell people I'm a sodium guy from way back. I love salt. I wish I wasn't, man. Sometimes I love it. Sometimes I'll buy bologna and just suck on it. I want to get done eating dinner and take off my socks. It looks like I still got them on.
Did you see that thing? It was a couple summers ago, I think, and I think it was at a Yankee game where it went one of those viral things where somebody took a hot dog and they hollowed it out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And used it as beer straw.
And they were sucking the beer out of it. So we tried that here.
I didn't know you were going to say that.
And I did it with coffee. And I got to tell you, it wasn't bad because it was so salty.
Oh, yeah. See, now I see where you're going. I would like that too, because I do love salty. Have you ever had boiled peanuts?
No.
Oh, you would love them. I mean, they're just little sodium bombs, just in a. Yeah, man. I mean, you'll stand up, you'll go. My legs are heavy. You'll be happy.
I like that.
Yeah. No. Boiled peanuts. That's a Southern delicacy and something you can't find anywhere else. But where I grew up, they were in every gas station, and that's definitely something that I miss. But I'm a pretty simple guy when it comes to food. I mean, I'm not picky, but I love wings, I love sandwiches, and I love pasta, and I kind of bounce in between there. I mean, if you make a sandwich, I'm in. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Where you live in New York, you're in Queens?
Yeah, I'm in Astoria. I'm in a great food area. I mean, I've had enough euros to kill a man. I can tell you that.
Greek food for days.
Greek food for days.
Oh man, I know you love Greek food, beer gardens. But I was gonna say, just like you kind of brought it up, my favorite thing about being in states like Alabama, the South, but just driving around doing gigs, is going to the gas station and getting the local potato chips.
Oh, come on.
The local potato chips are always low, like they're salt and vinegar chips. They're like, we have to try extra because we're not the big guys like Lay's.
Yeah.
So their barbecue chips, their salt and vinegar is going to be so salty, you have to pull your car over.
Oh, for
And
sure.
It's like, this is what I want.
I love that he called that out. We have a brand down there called Golden Flake, and it's just kind of in the South. It's out of Birmingham, and it's a chip company. But I'm going to tell you, shout out to a regional chip around here. Grippos are delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Grippos barbecue. You had Grippos barbecue? Come on. I got them in my hood. I got the half-pound bag, and there's none left. Yeah, I love them, man. I like Grippos on Grippos.
Doesn't Grippo sound like the name of a chimp?
No, Grippo, no.
Let go, Grippo. Let go.
Yeah. Why do they call him Grippo? We're hanging out with Derrick Stroup and Al Jackson.
What a fun morning.
Now, Derrick, you mentioned that you're not a drinker.
I am not, no.
But I know you're a sports fan.
Yep.
This is a baseball fan announcement. Our friend Drew Storen, a major league pitcher, now retired, that pitched for the Reds, pitched for the Nationals, pitched for the Blue Jays, and then when he got retired, he decided to start a whiskey company with one of his buddies, Field of Dreams Whiskey. What it's all about is a special bourbon made from the actual corn on the famous Field of Dreams from the movie. And there's a special batch of it available right now. They've made a bottle for each player in the history of Major League Baseball, and each bottle has a special code on it. You can look up and see which one you get. Get all the details at drinkfieldofdreams.com/Tom. It is available at some retailers, so see if you can find one near. It's also available to be sent to you depending on what state you live in. There are several buzzkill states out there. I'll give you that list shortly. This is a special release, drinkfieldofdreams.com. Once again, made from the corn on the actual Field of Dreams in Iowa. drinkfieldofdreams.com. Shipping not available. So sorry about this first one, Derrick. Alabama. Of course. Alaska, Arkansas, Delaware, Idaho, Kentucky, Michigan, Mississippi's, South Dakota, Tennessee, Utah, and Vermont. You must be 21, of course. Please drink responsibly. But back to the other states, you can get it shipped to you. This is the perfect Father's Day gift. Also, perfect for Mother's Day. We had a great letter from a guy last week. You'll like this, Al. This guy writes that he got his dad, who is a big baseball fan, he got him a special bottle of another batch of this particular whiskey, and he said, I won Christmas, because it's a competition.
Yes.
If you have brothers and sisters, you want to get something for your dad, you want to win?
Yeah.
Get him the Field of Dreams whiskey. You'll be sending me a thank you note. That's Tom, care of the Bob and Tom Show.
It really is good.
Dear Tom,
Really smooth.
once again, your genius has come through for me. Please tell your dogs that you love them. Oh, thank you. How thoughtful. Field of Dreams Whiskey. Once again, drinkfieldofdreams.com/Tom. Great guests in the studio. Also, Christy Lee at the Silac News Desk. What's going on over there?
I don't know anymore.
Okay, good. She's given up.
We have an American who is trying to befriend tribes with Diet Coke. We'll talk to you about that.
Oh, this is a great story.
Yeah.
Now, this involves one of those tribes that doesn't
Talk to anyone.
circulate with contemporary culture.
Right.
And I think they're probably really glad.
Mhm.
Yes.
Wait till they hear about the tariff. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, Christy Lee here. How would you like to go on vacation with me? No, seriously. Join me September 28th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. We'll travel through the charming countryside and also experience the historic cities of London and Edinburgh. Experience the best of Britain's rolling countryside and bustling cities rich in history and culture. We'll see the iconic landmarks of London. Visit the storybook villages of Oxford, Chester, and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon. We'll behold regal jewels of Edinburgh's castle and visit the medieval walls of York. This and so much more. The best part? Colette makes travel easy, including flights, meals, hotels, sightseeing, and local experiences. It's all planned for you. You can just sit back and have the time of your life. Don't miss your chance to see Britain with me. This is going to be a great group and an amazing trip. I already know we're going to have so much fun. Call Colette at 800-581-8942 or visit bobandtom.com to learn more. Don't miss out. Call Colette at 800-581-8942.
We wrote a 10-minute song about Chick capping the oil spill.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
What? Anybody want to hear this?
Yeah. What now?
I don't.
No, I'm puzzled. Chick McGee capping the oil spill?
Yeah, we just thought up a stupid little song. The problem is you got to get somebody to be able to go down that deep.
Right.
It's humanly impossible.
I've been down 80
to do that.
I've been down 80 feet.
So the first part of the song has to do with getting Chick's blood pressure down enough to where we can get him down.
Oh, gosh, yeah. My impending death. This is hilarious. Go.
There we go.
Yeah.
This may not be funny. I don't know.
Well, that's all right. So
You
far,
couldn't measure Chick's blood pressure. It was 20/10 or less. Chick had been married about 13 times. He'd fought the IRS. Chick was immune to pressure. His heart would barely beat. And the question was, could Chick McGee go down 5,000 feet?
I don't know.
All right. Getting my bearings.
Fair enough.
Chick scuba dived for sucking treasure and sold the gold he'd found. And one day Chick bought a submarine. He could take it a mile down. Wasn't any telling how far down Chick would dive. Would it go down to the bottom and would Chick still survive? Christy, don't move the paper while I'm saying.
I was trying to help.
Could Chick cap off an oil spell? We'd have to oil spell. Can I do that again?
Spill.
Could Chick cap off an oil spill? We'd have to wait and see. He'd pump gas at a Chevron and Chick to despise BP. Now you can hurry him. Wouldn't want to do it quicker. Chick would pump gas at a Chevron and Chick despised BP because the BP station had a guy with a mullet and an Aussie satin coat who'd stand in the road and yelling at cars trying to sell some stupid boat.
that guy. Donnie Baker, yeah.
Chick stopped the spill in about 10 minutes and came back up for air. Then he closed the hatch down one more time and drove it back down there. And Chick mooned Donnie Baker on the BP camera a mile down at sea. And Barack Obama, that's what's known as audacity. So don't tell me about audacity. Let's find somebody who can whip the ass of somebody at BP. Don't tell me about audacity. Yeah, show me a man that's smart and gracious, a man that's sort of spacious. The man who defines audacious. Chick McGee. The song would have been better if Christy had moved the paper quick.
Yeah, I have to blame Christy.
I apologize.
But I was just talking about things that are disappearing. Like the sound of a typewriter is going away. I get it. I mean, I understand all this stuff. But like that little ding when you pull in the gas station, if you're under a certain age, you have no idea what we're talking about.
Right.
How true.
Just things.
Remember when they used to give you all kinds of things when you got gasoline, like glasses?
That's what Bill was talking about, yeah.
Incredible stuff.
Even albums and stuff like that. I mean, I guess if you went to school at a certain age, you wouldn't remember what albums were or certain things. I mean, I saw a list of those things the other day with people that have.
They're all disappearing.
Yeah, exactly.
Customer service.
Yeah,
Totally gone. You know, customer service now is everybody can understand, but nobody can help you.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I understand, sir. Yes, I know. There's nothing we can do. That's just how. I was on a plane and they had the intercom turned all the way up to like 10, and it's right above me, like blowing out my eardrum. So I asked the stewardess, I go, is there any way you can turn it down? She's like, no, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do. It's like, really? They installed an intercom at 10 without a volume?
There's no volume.
They're going to listen to it and they're going to deal with it. That's how we're doing it on this airline.
That's right.
And I hate flying. I hate flying like Nigerians hate spam filters. You know what I'm saying?
There's a...
Show. Christy Lee's at the Silac Insurance Company news desk. Jeff Oskey's across the way at the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk. I'm Josh Arnold at the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair. Pat Godwin's in the performance room. Hello. Putting together some tunes. There's Tom. And Tom, we're joined by two very funny guests.
Where?
Right across the way there, sir. You know dang well who I'm talking.
Oh, I feel like I'm watching Mod Squad. Yeah, one black, one white, one blonde. Remember that one?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Who's who now?
Gray.
Now we have Derrick Stroup from Harvest, Alabama.
Hello, hello.
And we have originally from Beechwood, Ohio.
Yeah. Shout out.
Comedian Al Jackson is here with us. These guys are both doing some gigs. I'll talk about those coming up. But right now it's time to check in once again with Christy Lee. I love this news story. This is about one of those tribes that haven't been tainted by contemporary civilization.
A lost tribe.
Police in India have arrested an American man for allegedly trying to bring Diet Coke as a quote-unquote offering for an isolated native tribe. According to the Times of India, Mr. Mikhailo Polikov is accused of visiting the restricted island.
That's the American guy?
Yeah, that's the American guy.
Well, not every American is named Brent Lewis.
I'm against it.
That's the problem, Tom.
Yeah.
He visited the restricted island known as North Sentinel Island, and the BBC says all outsiders there are banned from traveling within 3 miles of the island to protect the Sentinelese people from disease and preserve their way of life. The 24-year-old social media influencer, Tom's favorite thing, took a boat to the island, left a coconut and a can of Diet Coke on the shore, collected sand samples, and recorded a video before returning to his boat.
I see.
I think they should have let him do it.
Mr. Polikov remained offshore for an hour, blowing a whistle in an attempt to attract the tribe's attention, but received no response.
He could have gotten a front full of arrows.
Sentinelese last made international headlines, you'll recall, back maybe in 2018, when they killed a 27-year-old man. Do you remember this story?
I remember. He was like
an American missionary. That's exactly right. Yes. Wow. John Allen Cho, who landed illegally on their beach.
Hey, mind your own business, buddy.
Yeah.
I think, first of all, these people, everyone knows they're Pepsi, not Coke.
Yeah, you got to know that.
You got to do your homework, for God's sake.
That really is the difference between life and death when it comes to the soda tribes.
Soda tribes.
I mean, maybe they felt offended that Diet Coke. You calling us fat there, Kemosabe?
Plus, these days, Coke Zero. Come on.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you know there's a Pepsi Zero?
It's fantastic.
No idea.
I'm a fan.
I had it last night.
I just want to know, why can't the tribe from Ace Ventura Pet Detective come out here and find this guy?
Bumblebee Tuna.
Yes, man. The lead tribal guy, the Tommy Davidson character, comes out with a spear and just hits him in the leg.
It's in Quinchu Ocha.
The thing I hate the word. I love that y'all remembered that. Listen, the part I hate about this the most may be the whistle. Like, they should have taken him out for just the whistle. Could you imagine living on a beautiful island, never hearing anything except parrots and coconuts dropping, and then you hear a whistle? I mean, my gosh, we'd have roasted him over an open fire.
You would think you were under attack or something.
A whistle is a terrible idea.
That was always my favorite sort of cartoon trope, where they have the missionaries in the big pot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I think that's kind of gone away. I think it's now politically incorrect, but it was always funny.
Well, sure. A lot of that xenophobia was funny.
Casual racism was funny back then.
Yeah, they didn't remove it because it wasn't funny.
Right. Tom, save it for Thanksgiving.
I always like to, when the one guy would look at the other guy and say something.
Yes,
I guess maybe.
Doesn't that say something about the world, though, that there is an uncontacted tribe and the first person they meet is a social media influencer?
Right. And as you know, if they'd eaten them, I would have been happy. As soon as I hear that, I can't stand it. But did you see the thing a couple of years ago? I forget. I think they went somewhere on the Amazon or something, and they gave them iPads, and they, within an hour, had discovered porno, and they were all walking around showing each other.
Yeah.
I'm totally serious.
I totally believe that. I think that that's a good way to distract any tribe. It's just like, as soon as you get the internet, within 30 minutes, you're going to find porn. You're going to, whether you want it or not, and then that's all you want.
Yes. The Waka-Wikis are now known as the Alexis Texans.
The Whack-A-Maxi. I see. This is a classic story.
Yeah.
What else you got, Christy?
Well, back to our bald men, if you missed that hunk earlier.
I'm one of those.
A falconer says a hawk that had been terrorizing bald men for several weeks was hormonal. The bird of prey repeatedly dive-bombed tall, bald men in Flamstead in the UK.
Did he think they were eggs?
Forcing some to start wearing protective headgear to avoid injuries.
What was going on?
The hawk...
think about it from the air. I mean, you look down.
Well...
What does he think it is? Maybe a turtle?
The hawk?
Don't they eat turtles?
I think Al may have nailed it.
Maybe. More so than an egg? Maybe
why would a bird want egg?
First of all, what egg is the size of a head?
I assume she had a bad date with a bald eagle. Come on, man. That's a zinger.
That's as good as anything we've said.
Come on.
I'm glad that they're not all good. I was worried that you were just too funny.
The hawk was finally captured by resident Steve Harris and falconer Alan Greenhoff. Mr. Greenhoff told the BBC that the bird was likely hormonal now that it's the start of breeding season. The bird, which is believed to have escaped from captivity, attacked nearly 50 people during its reign of terror.
Oh, so they weren't all bald people.
Yeah. Confirmed postal deliveries have been disrupted by the bird as it continued to attack people.
But they really were encouraging bald men to wear hats.
Yes, because they look like eggs.
Yes, they look like dinosaur eggs, which...
This also sounds like a major excuse for any lazy bum. Like, did you look for a job today, Josh? This is an eagle. There
was a hawk.
Yeah.
I'd just be glad to be viewed as a threat. Hey, I got to watch out.
An escaped miniature dachshund has survived for nearly a year and a half on a South Australian island.
This story's been floating around for several weeks now.
Georgia Gardner said she and her partner took their dog, Valerie, on a vacation to Kangaroo Island back in November of 2023 when their beloved pet escaped from her pen at a campsite.
By the way, lucky they didn't go to Crocodile Island.
Yeah, this
I think
much shorter story.
Bingo the dog would be lunch.
Apparently, Valerie was not seen again until a recent spate of sightings. Experts say they are amazed the dog has survived so long in the wild. Kangala Wildlife Rescue has volunteered its services towards Valerie's search, and they're still hoping that they can capture the little dachshund. Maybe she's having the time of her life.
It's probably some kangaroo's emotional support animal now. And puts it in the pouch, takes him around with him.
Little fella.
He's having a great time.
Think of all the stuff he's learned on his own.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to think they go over there and she's hanging out inside of a pouch. That'd be pretty fun. Yeah, like just inside of a kangaroo, just cruising.
I like to think she's befriended a volleyball that washed up on shore. Or a tennis ball in this case, I guess.
Valerie is quite the name for a dachshund, first of all.
Sure. I don't want to know the owner.
I mean, that's one of those names. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's like when you're looking for Valerie, you're going to have to sell me that's a Valerie! I mean, did your sister run away? Like, what do you...
Also, and because you'd think it would be some kind of German thing, right? Helga.
Why, just because it's a dachshund?
Yeah.
Well,
just the name. I don't know.
I have an interesting premise.
All right. Okay.
Naming dogs after their breed.
I would like to expand.
His name's Justin.
I'm about to. Wait till you see the magic that's going to happen here. I'm going to expand on a hack premise. Do you ever notice that they call dachshunds wiener dogs?
Sure.
But when you get a dachshund, they come in a litter of 6. But they sell the harnesses in a pack of 8.
Yes, yeah.
Don't you hate that?
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's called cerebral.
We're not smart enough.
The hot dogs come in 8s, but you're close.
Don't, what is it? Chihuahuas are almost always named what?
Pepe. Mm-hmm.
Don't dachshunds typically have a German name?
No, I have friends in tons of dachshunds. They've never had German names. He has a Stanley, a Sherman.
Well, Sherman's kind of a German name.
Sherman tank.
I really hate a dachshund.
Am I the only person that has an affinity for like a certain era of names? Like when you were talking about Valerie, I like that it was like mid 80s. Valerie, Pam.
Yeah,
Trish,
Valerie, Family Ties, and
I like Stacy. Yes, absolutely. I like Tracy. I like those names. And you don't ever meet a baby name. Yeah, you never hear a baby Val.
Speaking of that. Oh, first of all.
Oh, let me point this out. I'm sorry. Oh, this is the Bob and Tom Show. If you're just joining us, we're coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. We've got the Orange Insoles Sports Desk with Jeffrey sitting in today for the Chickster, and the Silac Insurance News Desk starring Christy Lee. And by the way, Orange Insoles, the last day to win that TV, go to bobandtom.com/contest. That 4K smart TV, courtesy of Orange Insoles, is at stake. The drawing is coming up tonight. Go ahead, Christy.
Fewer parents are naming their baby girls Alexa.
Oh, sure.
Apparently due to Amazon's Alexa device. In fact, the name Alexa has suffered one of the sharpest declines of any popular name in recent years. Laura Wattenberg, the founder of the naming trends website Namerolog, reports Alexa stands alone as a name that was steadily popular but pushed off the popularity cliff. According to the Social Security Administration, Alexa peaked at the 32nd most popular girl's name in 2015 before plummeting to rank last year at 603.
Yeah, also off that list, Siri and Bluetooth. Off the list.
Isn't Tom Cruise's kid named Siri?
Yeah.
Surrey. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
She's just got the fringe on top?
But hasn't reached the numbers of like Adolf.
No,
it certainly has.
You think that?
You know, why doesn't anybody have a dachshund named Adolf?
Yeah, you would think.
Thank you.
With your logic.
Thank you. I was about to tie that.
There would nothing be more alarming than a German Shepherd named Adolf. I would go, wow.
Well, I've always contended.
Teach him to goose.
It's like those Lipizzaner stallions. They teach the dog to goose step.
It's one paw.
That may be the most obscure reference in the history of the show. I've always contended this about hurricanes, and there was actually a scientific news story about this. None of you guys believed me, but they found that the hurricanes that had the more scary names, people took more seriously, and the light names they wouldn't evacuate.
No one's running from Hurricane Jeff.
Yeah, but you.
We'll wait it.
Yeah, they didn't really learn from Katrina. Did
Yeah. I mean, if it's Hurricane Jeff with a G, I'm not moving.
Exactly. That guy can't do anything.
Actually, farther down in this article, it does mention the name Katrina, which also fell off the map
after
Hurricane Katrina.
Of course.
And here we go. This is interesting. The names Karen and Chad are currently dropping off the map.
Is Chad a male Karen?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I hadn't heard that.
It says, this says, Karen now has unfavorable cultural implications that emerged in recent years. Karen was the third most popular name in America in 1965. Now it's at 823, according to the Social Security Administration.
Man.
Karen is now synonymous with someone who is seen as entitled and demanding, typically a middle-aged white woman, representing several negative stereotypes. Chad has become the same as Karen. I did not know the Chad connection.
No,
I didn't
nor did
either.
I.
I worked with a Karen on Daily Blast Live, and she was a sweet woman from Canada, and she was really hurt by that.
Yes.
Like, what happened? It because you
Sure.
think when it's not you just think, oh, it's Karen. But
Right.
like when that's your name, like she was really she did not like that at all. So
I'm
like,
sure not.
Yeah, I wouldn't have cared.
Katrina was 87th. And then after the disaster, it's now fallen out of the top 1,000.
Yeah.
Maybe here, I'll say this, over there in like those Russian countries, Katrina's still a popular name.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah,
I bet.
there's a bunch of Katrinas.
Let's hit him with some hurricanes, huh?
There we go.
One of my childhood friends is named Katrina. Yeah. But that was, she
Did you call her?
That was like 80 years before the hurricane.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you call her Katrina Latrina?
No, we never called her Katrina Latrina.
You didn't.
You know, we're girls, Tom.
Are there male hurricanes? Male named hurricanes?
Yeah.
Are there?
Yeah.
Andrew.
Oh, yeah, Andrew.
Oh, wasn't there Enrique?
They're all over the map. No.
They
I
go
thought they were
everywhere.
mostly women's names.
They're not anymore. They used to only be women, and then they switched it. They've also retired a bunch of them in the last couple months. There will never be another Andrew, for example.
There'll never be another Katrina.
They're in the hurricane ring of honor, if you will, or dishonor, however you want to look at
Bring
it.
back Chad then.
Let's talk with our guests. We have that over there would be Al Jackson, sitting next to Derrick Stroup. Derrick, middle-aged fella, 40 years of age.
40
Is that
years
middle-aged
of age.
technically? No, I guess not.
I mean, I guess so.
Not really. You're not
expectancy around 80. I'm probably halfway there.
You think you're going to make it to 80?
Not a chance.
I know. All that's.
I'll have a heart attack while I'm weed eating around my tomato plants.
All that's all. Now, you're a Southern guy. Are you a smoker?
I'm not a smoker.
Do you do any
I
of the?
was raised by two people that smoke. I tell people these days we should bring smoking back. We were better people when we did it, And I mean, I believe that. And we smoked them at the wrong time. We smoked them when I feel like the world was great, when brick homes were $60,000, healthcare was affordable, And now we need Marlboros now, Well, this is what I tell. Here's my real. If you're going to take away mental institutes, you can't have $21 cigarettes. You got to have $4 Marlboros if there's no nut houses. Okay. You bring back the nut houses, we'll go $30 Marlboros. But you can't. We're fighting for our life out here.
Sure.
I mean, we got to give cigarettes back to people that need. Y'all remember back in the day, you'd see somebody outside of a gas station walking in small circles, smoking a cigarette. Oh, sure. You knew to give them a minute. They were trying not to go to jail. I believe wholeheartedly about. I'm not talking about bringing back to restaurants, but people. You go on a walk and look around. People need cigarettes, not vape pens. You get vape pens, it happens too fast. You get to that cotton candy immediately. A Winston 100, you're going to figure some stuff out. You know what I mean?
Bravo.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
So true.
Yeah, man. I believe that. I don't smoke, but I've seen the magic of cigarettes. And people that haven't been around cigarettes, they've never seen a cigarette save Thanksgiving. Because it happened. No, y'all have seen it happen, man. Aunt Barbara was about to say something that was going to turn that dining room upside down. But now she's out on the screen porch making a business decision. You know what I mean?
Somebody's out there talking to her.
Yeah. Going, hey, Barbara, they don't mean that. Yes, they do, Tammy. They say this every year, Tammy. She's always been like that. You know that.
That is the realest thing.
That's great.
I saw a black woman in her yard. I was at a stoplight a couple months ago. I saw this black woman in her yard in a house dress. She was watering her grass and smoking a cig at like 9 in the morning. And I was like, that is the most relaxed human being.
Yes, right.
I just stared at her in awe.
The realest thing.
Yeah. All the things we worry about, and my wife, and I got a text, and next she was just like out there smoking a cig, watering her grass.
She's ready for anything the world has to offer that day.
I was so jealous of her. I still think about her.
That's the perfect visual.
Yeah.
Now, that was the voice of Derrick Stroup. And Derrick is on the road tomorrow night, the Ryman in Nashville, Tennessee. And I know Ryan Hamilton's on that show, and Nicole, guys, that's going to be killer.
Yeah, Dustin Nickerson, Mia Jackson. There's a few of us.
I love Dustin, too. That's great.
Yeah, it's a hot show. Nate Land's putting it on, and it's part of the Nashville Comedy Festival. So the Ryman's a special place. Excited to be there.
Some shows with John Christa would include Fresno, Fort Myers, and Pensacola coming up this month. And then Liberty Township at the Funny Bone, July 19th.
Yep.
You'll be there in person. Also, Syracuse, Des Moines, Springfield coming up in the fall. So be on the lookout for Derrick Stroup. While I'm at it, Al Jackson is going to do a bunch of shows with Frank Caliendo and my son Willie G, who has his birthday tomorrow. You guys are going to be doing a bunch of shows starting in Louisville tomorrow night at the Louisville Comedy Club. Then it's going to be Summit City and Fort Wayne Wednesday, Thursday, Helium, Friday and Saturday, Liberty Township, Ohio, Greater Cincinnati at the Funny Bone. So some great shows on the way. Right now, I want to remind you, just around the corner, what's that big holiday coming up, Christy Lee?
What is it? Mother's Day. Is that what you're talking about?
That's the one.
May 10th. Yeah.
Steven Singer. He's got it all down.
Your wedding's May 10th.
That's
Sorry.
right. He's got it all down. Steven Singer Jewelers. Steven Singer, of course, has great jewelry. Real diamonds, I'll have you know. Plus, the limited edition, brand new 24-karat gold-dipped Blue Moon Rose for Mother's Day. You've got to see it to believe it. To see it, you've got to go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Of course, it comes in a beautiful box. Steven always has great presentation. There'll be a great card. And this flower doesn't die. It lasts forever because it's dipped in real 24-karat gold. Guaranteed to last a lifetime. Perhaps you've got a collection up and running. Well, you can add this one. It's the new Moon Rose, Blue Moon Rose for Mother's Day. She'll love it all year long. While you're looking, don't forget about the beautiful bracelets, et cetera, from IHateStevenSinger.com. The full lifetime guarantee and shipping, of course, is free. And Steven Singer, famous for his money-back guarantee. And as for the jewelry, you can always upgrade those diamonds and get the full value of the first go-around. So if you got those earrings last year, want to get some bigger, fatter earrings from Real Diamonds, check out IHateStevenSinger.com. Tell him the Bob and Tom Show sent you, and be sure to say hello to his beautiful dog, Buddy. Now, we're happy to be here. Where is here? The O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Well, Christopher Walkin.
The tribute to Christopher Walkin.
Marsupial's dog.
Designed by one of your fans.
Indeed. Beautiful.
Christopher Walkin, one of your main men.
Oh, yes, please. Every morning is good. When you're him. Celebrated a birthday this past week. Feel younger. Not sure how. Must be booze.
Could be.
Because it ain't the vegetables. I can tell you that.
And you met Christopher Walkin long after you developed the impression,
Didn't you do the
right?
whole star ceremony with him on Hollywood Boulevard?
Bigger. He had his hands and feet and signature in the imprint of cement in front of the Chinese theater there.
Oh, that is big.
Yeah, and they asked me to be one of the two speakers at this thing, and I'd never met him. And I was honored, and yet I couldn't help think, how far down the list did they have to go? Before you pick the guy
down to the P's
who impersonates you, right? In fact, deep into the P's.
That's way over half the alphabet, I think. Isn't it? Yeah,
I believe it is. We got to D. De Niro. Can't make it.
So I show up to that thing, and they take me inside the theater where they had him before the ceremony out front, and I see him in the flesh for the first time, and he looks over and sees me, and he goes, "Hi! They told me you were coming. Thanks." And I'm thinking, he's doing the voice.
That's the best I've ever heard.
It's way better than mine.
He's nailing it.
Yeah. But I did see him coming out of a party not too long ago in Los Angeles. I don't know if I told you guys this. When I was walking out of this house, they're standing at the end of the driveway alone. Was Christopher Walkin. I hadn't seen him inside the party, but here he is, looking completely lost. I'm not sure why I was surprised at that. But so I told him, I said, "Hey, Chris, everything right?" Stranded. Stranded. I've been searching for over an hour for the bastards who brought me. It's clear to me now. They're gone.
Oh, my God.
And my first thought is, who would ditch Christopher Walkin?
Yeah, no kidding.
Who brings him to a party and says, he's at the bar, let's go?
They ditched him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
I have a bean for lunch and then a bean for dinner.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. People say I got a bad break. Hey, man, what's going on? Yeah, this is so cool, man. I can't believe it. All right. I love the Bob and Tom Show because they represent America, the Constitution of the United States, and I live in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah, so anyway, I was asking, somebody told me that you are a mayor in Hillsboro, Ohio. That's got to be really interesting. Tell me about it.
Hey, Mr. Potter. Hi, Building and Loan.
Oh, gosh, Yogi, I'm all sticky. Hello, this is Droopy Dog. Hello.
Hi, welcome to the Mr. Obvious Show. I am your host, Mr. Obvious. Let's take a call. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Greatness isn't given. It's earned. It starts from the ground up with every step, every move, every moment. Because when the game is on the line, you need the best. The new Sport Athletic Performance Insole from Orange Insoles. Stability, support, dominance. Orange Insoles, because greatness starts from the ground up, even when you're sitting down.
I'm Donnie Baker, and I'm going to be a pro baseball player. I swear to God I am. A lot of people think you get in your mid-30s and your career's over, but like I always say, until they stop scouting, I ain't going to stop playing. The fact remains, I'm probably the best player I know of. My Little League coach held me back because his son had a decent curveball. There's a certain range I've got, but I basically put my hopes in this. I had a full-ride scholarship to play ball at the University of Phoenix, but I had Tommy John surgery on both knees, so can we stop now? I'm also a pitcher. I can pitch. I've got what they call a rubber arm. I can throw right-handed for days. I can throw left-handed for days. A lot of people, I'm basically amphibious. So I've told coaches before, put me on the mound. The secret to pitching for me is I like to check the runner when there's nobody on base. It throws a hitter off. I swear to God it does. This is third base. I've been there before, but usually it was after proms, man. But I probably know more about the scoring position than anybody I know of. Basically, my knowledge of the game, I've been taught in different ways, but I've also invented things. I like to get my lead at third base backwards. That way the pitcher thinks there's nobody even here. It's a lot easier to steal home, and with my martial arts expertise, I've been trained at Discount Karate to scissor kick the catcher, and I could even break his karate artery if I had to. So there's no chance of a Pete Rose situation at home. I'll win it every time, especially if I got my Wolf shirt on.
Serious money. It'll be $1,000 an hour. I'll give you some details on that in just about 10 minutes.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Over there, we got Pat Godwin sitting in for Joshy. Christy Lee over at the Silac News Desk.
Hi, Jeff.
We got Tom leading us. Baby, is he paying attention?
What are you doing over there?
Huh?
You want to tell us?
I'm sorry. Are we ready to
tell us about these two great comedians we have in house tonight?
Oh, hi. It's good to be here. That's comedian Al Jackson right there. Al's on tour with Willie G and Frank Caliendo. Starting tomorrow night in Louisville. We've got another very handsome man here in the studio, Pat Godwin.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I meant Derrick Stroup.
Hey.
Not a bachelor for long, ladies.
That's right.
Your nuptials are coming up, what, May 10th?
May 10th, I get married.
Now, you're a man of a certain size. Is your wife a petite gal? Or
yeah, she is. She is for sure. I see when I go shopping for her, it's funny. I'll go out and try to buy her, and the people helping me shop for her are always trying to bump up a size. And I'm like, no, she's a lot smaller than, quit trying to match us. Because I'll be going a small, and they'll go, we've got the same color in medium and large.
So they're making they're making the assumption.
Very lucky guy. Like I would like to think if you saw Alyssa, you'd be like, he must be pretty funny, because she's a lot better looking than I am.
I see. Now, are you a golfer, man?
I love golf.
Because you got the big ping on your hat. I mean, that is a big logo.
Yeah. No, I love to golf. Al, you a golfer?
I'm not.
Well, I was going to say Denver, Colorado is such a great golfing city, golfing state. I fell back in love with golf when I lived there for 10 years, but now in New York City, it's gone again. Not really any golf to be had, but I do love golf. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of tough to play in New York. Huh?
Oh, yeah. There's like one course in Queens, Forest Hills, kind of buried out there. It's really tough. But I'm on the road. My schedule, as you can see, it's packed. I'm on the road all the time, so I try to squeeze it in. Unfortunately, this weekend in Indianapolis, it rained for 41 hours straight. So there was no golf to be had this weekend. So.
Yeah. Did you go to one of those places where you can hit the ball off the fourth floor?
Top golf. Yeah. Get you some $30 nachos. And
doesn't that kind of spoil you? Because, I would have had a better shot if this tee box on the regular course were 70 feet off the ground.
Yeah, I think, that's just really, I think they just made it, for the social aspect. I like the old school driving ranges, where it's just an open field and like a little shack, and they've got like a bag of potato chips. That's real therapy out there. It's just you and your slice.
I used to drive the golf cart that picked up the balls at the range across, and we would get some big boy like him just aiming directly at the cart.
Yeah.
And it just echoes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Always trying to hit the guy picking up the balls out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it hard to golf with you don't drive? How do you care?
No, I just Uber and Lyft.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that's the best part of golfing, Christy, is I get to drive the golf cart. I get excited. I drive. My buddies that golf with me know I drive the golf cart because this is the only place where I drive.
You don't drive. You don't drive automobiles or
Yeah. No.
Well, that's very interesting. But yeah, I think that the Top Golf thing is cool though, because there is you can hang out and people who don't really play can play.
A lot of games you can play.
I'm also a huge fan of miniature golf.
Yeah,
love mini golf.
Do you really?
I love mini golf, especially like the Pirates Cove where they've got the thing and the
windmill.
Oh, I feel like when I do that with the family, I'm really taking one for the team. Yeah, I don't let them know, but I go, I'm a good person, man, and I do not enjoy it.
Do you bring your own putter?
No, I don't bring my. I like to think that y'all got a better read on me than that. I don't bring my own putter. Miniature golf's all right. I'll be here. I'll shoot y'all straight. When I used to still drink, miniature golf was more fun. Trying to get the ball through the windmill when you're holding a drink is more fun than just kind of taking it head on and going, what a challenging layout.
I'm sure you use those words. Yeah. Challenging layout.
Well, once again, Derrick Stroup has a comedy album out there called Eating Dinner Twice. Keep your eye open for that. And also on tour. And you got a big show coming up tomorrow night in Nashville, Tennessee, with Ryan Hamilton, one of my favorites.
Yeah, Ryan's
the Mad Mormon.
Yeah. Met him at the Comedy Cellar. He's so funny. I love watching him.
He's terrific. And then lots of shows coming up, including Fresno, Fort Myers, Pensacola, Cincinnati, Syracuse, Des Moines, et cetera, et cetera. Once again, Al on the road with Willie and Frank Caliendo. Yeah. Lots of dates on the way. Thanks so much for joining us. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.